Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome back to another live edition of Maddie's Rap with author and storyteller Matt D. Talford. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, you already know how I feel about you. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. Shout out to those of you who saw. What's up, Hot Shot? We got Hot Shot in the house. We got Just Because in the house. What's up, family? What's up? All right, y'all. So y'all know what it is. Y'all saw the title. Y'all know what we are here to do. Listen, y'all know the housekeeping rules. If you're new coming in, if you're fresh coming in, if you're here and you haven't done it yet, do us all a favor and hit that like button, right? What does hitting that like button do at the top of the live stream? It alerts the public and lets them know that we are live and in living color. What is up, Hot Shot? What it do, what it do, what it do. So, yeah, y'all go ahead and hit that like button for me if you haven't done so already. And let's get ready to get this party started. Yo, shout out to those of you who were at my last live stream with Brother Nate. That was probably, arguably, well, it's tough because all of them are good. Whenever y'all are here, it's good. But that was probably one of my favorite live streams of 2024. So thank you to those of you who were here and participating in that live stream. That was a lot of fun. We got a lot of great information that was passed around in that live stream. So shared some great stories and such. So if you are, if you're watching this video for the first time and you did not see that live stream, please go to my Matt D. Talford channel and click on the live tab. And you can see the thumbnail. It says something to the effect of the cross versus the Ankh. She said that was straight. Thank you, Hot Shot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we're light on the numbers tonight, but guess what? It don't matter because somebody gonna see this thing on demand. So again, if you are new to the channel, welcome and welcome back as always to my returning subscribers. Now, let me say this before I get started, family. It's kind of funny. I have been watching ever since, and I'm gonna pull it up right now because I can see which one it was. But let me pull it up. Ever since I dropped the video about, let's see what we got here. I want to say ever since it was the hypocrisy video, the hypocrisy live stream that I did, the one titled "The Hypocrisy of the U.S. Christians and the Entire West" on Bibi Netanyahu and Vladimir Putin. Ever since I dropped that video, y'all, the subscription numbers have been dropping. So what I don't know is if I ticked off some Christians that may have been members of the channel or subscribers to the channel, and they decided, oh, well, I don't like what he's saying. And it got even hot. It only got hotter after that. Because what do we do after that, family? After the hypocrisy video where we were talking about the hypocrisy of, you know, the Christian rights and the United States and these other Western countries and such, labeling Bibi Netanyahu a saint and calling Vladimir Putin a sinner for doing the same exact thing he's doing. In fact, doing it on a lesser, way lesser scale. Right after that, we came with 3 reasons: the peculiar timing of Denzel Washington's very public baptism, right? And then, of course, last week we dropped the Ankh versus the cross. Let me say something. Let me say something before I get started tonight. All right. It ain't gonna stop. It ain't gonna slow down. I'm here to do the work that I came here to do. Ain't none of y'all, last time I checked, the ops, and I'm talking to the ops. I ain't talking to my soul family because my soul family know what it is. What's up, Allie? What is up, Allie? Thank you for being back. Thank you for coming back. This is not to my soul family because y'all know what it is. This is to the ops watching me, all right? I ain't slowing down. I ain't slowing down. I know what I came here to do. We came here to pull the covers off of y'all. Yeah, we taking the mask off. We taking the hood off. Everybody gonna see who you are. All right? Everybody gonna see who you are. And I'm not the only channel doing it. So if y'all are unsubscribing, it's cool. YouTube, if you are auto-magically unsubscribing people from my channel because you don't like the message, you can keep unsubscribing them, okay? All right? Because the show is just about to start, all right? We're days away from hitting the mainstream of the 9-year energy, okay? Because we know the Gregorian calendar is just, I don't know, it's one of them. But all of these calendars, whatever the majority of people in a realm are vibing on, that is the dominant energy. So that's how that thing works. A lot of people say, well, the Gregorian calendar is not the real calendar. But you know what? If the majority of the world is following the Gregorian calendar, then it is the dominant energy present. So with that being said, we are literally a day away from hitting that primary activation of that 9-year energy. So Maddie ain't slowing down. And then on the 12th of January, the North Node, aka the node of destiny for the planet, is going to station fully in the sign of Pisces, and that's when the fun's going to start. Okay, so if y'all think Matt D. Talbot is about to slow down because y'all don't like the message, y'all can keep unsubscribing. I don't care. All right, you might want to cover your ears. All right. All right, so now let's get started tonight, y'all. The new moon in Capricorn, December 2024. What you need to know. Let me open up my notes, y'all, because I want to drive from my notes tonight. And again, thank y'all for those of y'all that are here. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you guys. I know that at any given time, you guys could be doing anything else, and you choose to come out here and hang out with me. You choose to log on and hang out with Matt D. Talford, and I do not take that lightly, and I do not take it for granted. Okay, you guys are very valuable to me. I love each and every one of you, and you guys could be doing anything, but you're hanging out with me. I really, really, really thank you and appreciate it. Okay. Now, let me get in my notes here. Okay. So I want to open up with some scriptures because I do know that a lot of people still watch me that are, religious or whatever. And I don't knock you for that. I don't knock anybody for what they choose to do. Don't knock me for what I'm doing, because we all came here to do different things. This is why you often hear me talking about the North Node and such, and learning what you came here to this planet to do, and learning your natal charts and what your North Node is, and what your Pluto placement is, and what your Saturn placement is, and what your Chiron placement is, and learning about your personal numerology, all of those things, because we each came here to do something different. So, I'm learning even as I continue to mature in age. Okay. I just went 2 over the half-century mark last week. So yeah, I ain't even ashamed to put my age out there anymore. I went 2 past the half-century mark last week. And as I continue to mature, the more I do that, the more I realize that, hey, you know what? We all came here to do something different. So if you vibing on the same frequency with somebody, great. If you're not vibing on the same frequency with them, don't force yourself onto their frequency, and don't try to force them onto yours. Okay. Just move as you move. If y'all are going to one day end up on the same channel, listening to the same channel, aka vibrating on the same frequency, you'll end up there. Okay, so just try to observe and try to do so from as non-judgmental a posture as you can. So that being said, I know I took y'all all the way around the block to get you to the house next door. I haven't done that in a while, so I want to do that for my people who like to see me do that and hear me do that. So let me open up with some scriptures and that have to deal with the new moon, because again, I know I have hardcore Christians that watch, and when you hear people talking about the new moon, what should you do? They're obviously in associated with churches or ministries that don't know the scriptures, because if you did, you would know that in the Old Testament, the Israelites were one of many. Now the Old Testament doesn't talk about the other cultures around the world, but recognition and acknowledgement of the new moon cycles has been throughout humanity since humans first stepped on this planet. Okay. And who knows when that is? People are always saying, it happened 10,000 years ago, 12,000 years, 60,000, 100,000. We don't know, right? Because we all come from a realm where time does not exist. So how can you date this planet when you cannot date the elements, right? This planet is made up of the elements: earth, air, fire, and water. And of course, the ether encompasses all of those. So if you cannot date the elements, nobody knows when the elements started. They were always here, right? Right? If you look at the story in Genesis, the scripture says darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the power said, let there be light. So if darkness was upon the face of the deep, that means water was here already before he said, let there be light. So let that sink in. Like you really cannot date mankind, no matter what anybody tells you. Oh, we found blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. We can't date it. You come from a realm that is timeless. So you are a timeless soul occupying a time limited body. That's it. So anyway, cultures since as far as is dated back have been recognizing the new moon. All right. So I'm gonna pull up some passages of scripture that have to deal with the new moon, just so we can, settle the hearts and minds, if you will, of those who are, religious hardliners that don't understand and understand that the new moon is something. New moon feasts and festivals and recognition is something that the ancient Israelites did it. And they weren't the only ones. Okay. The ancient Egyptians did it, the ancient Sumerians, and whatever other cultures aren't listed in the scriptures. Okay. So let me bring up a list of scriptures here, and I'm not going to put them on here. I'm not going to put them in the chat, but if you guys want to write them down so you can go back and review them after this video is over with, please feel free to do so, okay? We're going to start with, let me see. Do I want this one? Let's do it. Why not? No, we're going to start with Numbers 28 and 11. So let me bring that up on my handy dandy Bible app. And then I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to share it to the screen. Thank you all for being here tonight. Oops. Oopsie. All right, Matt, get this right. There we go. Playing around with it. That live with Nate the other night was pretty cool, and I was doing some different stuff in there. Anyway, all right, so I'm not going to highlight this. I'm just going to deal with Numbers 28 and 11. It says, and in the beginnings of your months, you shall offer a burnt offering unto the Lord, 2 young bullocks and 1 ram, 7 lambs of the first year without spot. All right, that's Numbers 28 and 11. Next reference, we're going to do Numbers 10 and 10. All right, going way back. Numbers 10 and 10. Numbers 10 and 10. Also in the day of your gladness and in your solemn days and in the beginnings of your months. What's the beginning of the month? The new moon. And in the beginnings of your months, you shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offerings and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, that they may be to you for a memorial before your power. I am the Most High, your power. Okay? All right, next reference. Psalms 81 and 3. Let's go there. Working from my notes tonight, fam. Psalms 81 and 3. Okay, Psalms 81 and 3. Blow up the trumpet in the new moon, in the time appointed on our solemn feast day. That was Psalms 81 and 3. Next reference. I'm going to go back to Numbers, jumping around here. You know what? I've done enough Numbers. They all say the same thing at the beginning of your months. We know that the beginning of the month is a new moon. Let's go to 1 Chronicles, chapter 23, verses 30 through 31. 1 Chronicles, not Corinthians, Matt. 1 Chronicles 23 and 30 through 31. First Chronicles 20 and 30 through 31. 23. First Chronicles 23 and 30 through 31. And to stand every morning to thank and praise the Most High, and likewise at even or evening, and to offer all burnt sacrifices unto the Most High in the Sabbaths, in the new moons, and on the set feasts by number, according to the order commanded unto them, continually before the Most High. All right. Next one, 2 Chronicles 2 and 4. I'm just going to run through these. This isn't an exhaustive list, but I want you guys to get a feel here. 2 Chronicles 2 and 4. Behold, I will build a house to the name of the Most High, my power, to dedicate it to him, and to burn before him sweet incense, and for the continual showbread, and for the burnt offerings morning and evening, on the Sabbaths, and on the new moons, and on the solemn feasts of the Lord our God. Okay. All right. Let me do. Let's see. Let's do another one. Nehemiah. I read that one before in a different live. Let's see. Okay. All right. Ezekiel 45 and 17. Let's do that one. Ezekiel 45 and 17. Let's go there. Ezekiel 45 and 17. And it shall be the prince's part to give burnt offerings and meat offerings, or food, and drink offerings in the feasts, and in the new moons, and in the Sabbaths, in all solemnities of the house of Israel. He shall prepare the sin offering and the meat or food offering, and the burnt offering, and the peace offerings to make reconciliation to the house of Israel. Okay, did I do that one right? 45. That was 45 and 17. Yeah, new moons. Okay. All right, so we saw that in the feast and in the new moons. All right, let's do one more. All right, let's do that one. 1 Samuel 20 and 5. 1 Samuel 20 and 5. Thank you all for being here tonight. 1 Samuel 20 and 5. And David said unto Jonathan, behold, tomorrow is the new moon, and I should not fail to sit with the king at meat or dinner or at a meal. But let me go, that I may hide myself in the field unto the third day at evening. Now, I'm going to stop right there. I got some more references, but I'm going to stop right there. Why would David say until the third day? If you guys have a moon tracker app on your phone, your tablet, whatever, your computer, or if you have the moon tracks, I think there's some lunar tracks or lunar ingressions websites that show you what sign the moon is in and what sign it's going to be in on the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day, and at what time UTC that is going to enter into that sign. Okay, UTC is, I believe, 4 hours ahead of Eastern time. So GMT is 5 hours, UTC is 4 hours. So this website I look at, it looks at, let me see if I can't pull it up for y'all real quick and drop it in the chat, because some of you guys might be interested in that. Give me 1 second, fam. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Lunar Ingress calendar. Let's see if that's the one. This is the one. This is the one. I'm going to drop this in the chat. Okay, this is moontracks.com. Lunar Ingress calendar. What's up, Secret Release? How you doing? Hi, what's up, Nikki? Good to see you here. Thank you for joining. All right, so y'all check that out. That is one of the sites that I use as well to track the moon sign and whatever. Now, so why would David say, let me go and hide myself for 3 days until the third day at evening? When you look at this lunar ingress link that I just put in there, what you'll notice is that, and this is well known in the astronomical and astrological communities, that the moon spends roughly 2.5 days in each sign, okay, before it moves. So if he said, let me go and hide myself in the field until the third day, then he's basically making sure that he's not doing anything during the new moon. So the ancient cultures, whether they were Israelites, Kemetic peoples, Hindu, Buddhist, in China and Europe, whatever cultures, all of these cultures, the ancient Sumerians, they all were aware of the moon cycles. So this is why I wanted to share those scriptures with you guys, because again, there are people that watch me that think somehow keeping up with the moon cycles is somehow wicked or evil, even though there are people in the planet that do wicked things during the moon cycles. It's like, well, because there are people that do wicked things during the moon cycles, we're not supposed to track the moon cycles. Well, isn't that kind of like saying, well, there are people that do wicked things with knives, so I should take all the knives out of my house, and if I got to cut some steak, I don't know, get a blowtorch. It's same thing. It is not the tool, it's the intent. Okay. Now, let me keep moving. Just wanted to put that out there because, again, there are people that watch me that don't understand and understand that keeping track of the moon cycles and the moon phases was something that God's chosen people did, the Israelites. So it's okay to do it. It's okay to do it. That's for y'all. For those of y'all that don't know, now you know. Next, I want you guys to write this down, and I'm going to put this one in the chat. Y'all have heard me reference this or cite this scripture before. Mark 11 and 24. I'll tell you why I did that. Okay. Mark 11 and 24. Let's pull it up. Because I can show you better than I can tell you. I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to tell you why I did and why that applies to what we're talking about tonight. All right. I'm setting the table, fam. I'm setting the table, and then we're going to all sit down and eat. Let me set the table first. Thank you guys for being here. If you have not done so already, please hit the like button. It helps me alert more people to the fact that we are online and live. Because I'm telling you, this platform is like they've dropped, they've cut like 40 to 50 subscribers from my subscriber list. They've like unsubscribed 40, 50 people. I don't know if the people did it or if the platform did it, but I've dropped like 50 subscribers in less than a month. And I know it has to deal with the content. And I'm here to tell you again, it ain't slowing down, baby. It ain't slowing down. All right. All right. Sometimes you got to trend. Sometimes you got to get rid of old stuff so new stuff can come in anyway. So I ain't never been someone who cries over spilled milk or cries because somebody leaves. When somebody leaves, when somebody or something leaves, somebody better or something better always comes in. So I don't trip over that. I don't trip over that. Here we go. Mark 11:24. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever you desire, when you pray, believe that you receive them, and you shall have them. All right. What is faith? Inner knowing, sight unseen. All right. I don't think I presented that on the screen. I did not. Y'all, oop, that's the first fumble of the night. Let me put it up there so you can see it. Okay. Mark 11:24 again. It's in purple. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever you desire, when you pray or activate, believe that you receive them, and you shall have them. Why'd you share that one, Matt? Great question. Great question. Mark 11:24 is a manifestation verse, and it has everything to do with what you should be doing and what you need to know for each new moon. Mark 11:24. I'm going to come back around to that in a little while, and you're going to see how that applies. Now, new moon. What are we doing during the new moon? What do you need to know about the new moon in Capricorn, December 24th? Okay. New moons. Let me say this again, family, because a lot of people miss this. New moons are a time to manifest. Okay. They are a time to manifest. New moons are all about setting intentions. What should you be doing during a new moon? You should be setting intentions. Okay. Looked like the top of my head was cut off there. You should be setting intentions. You should be planting seeds, energetic seeds. Okay. You should be planting energetic seeds. One of the ways I like to look at the new moon, and let me see this. Did I put this in my notes? I did not. But I know it. It ain't that I don't know it. So I'm gonna drop it on y'all right here. Okay. So new moons are all about. Think of the new moon like I know for a fact, y'all. Hang on one second. Hang on. Just making sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. All right. I could have sworn I wrote that down, but y'all know how these things go sometimes, especially when you're dealing with technology. And it ain't even a retrograde. So let me explain this again. New moons are like, when you're thinking new moon, think of planting a seed. Think of conception, okay? In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I put that in the copy of the description of this video. Let me read that really quick. New moons are a time for setting intentions and planting the seeds of manifestation for things that we expect to appear in our lives by the time the full moon is in the same sign some 6 months later. Think of it in terms of conceiving an energetic baby that has a 6-month gestation period. New moon manifestations are also best conceived in alignment with the Messianic guidance found at Mark 11:24. That's why I read it, okay? Which says, therefore I say unto you, what things soever you desire, when you pray, believe that you receive them and you shall have them, okay? So that's what the new moon. When you think of new moons, think of, I'm making a baby. Think of it like I'm making a baby. I don't care if you're a fella. I don't care if you're a female. Think of it in terms of making a baby. That's what you should be doing during the new moon. Now, what's important? What do we need to know next? The best way to manifest. What is the best way to manifest during the new moon? It's real simple. You set your intentions in alignment with the house that you have, whatever sign that new moon is in, okay? In this case, the new moon today and tomorrow is in Capricorn. It's in Capricorn, okay? So there are 12 signs. The moon traverses through all 12 signs in a month, okay? It spends roughly 2.5 days in each sign, okay? What's 2.5 times 12? 30, okay? It's 30. 12 times 2 is 24. 12 times 0.5 is 6. 24 plus 6 is 30. There's 30 days in a month roughly, okay? Roughly speaking, there's 30 days in a month. You take that times 12, that's 360. And we know that during the solstices, the summer solstice and the winter solstice, the sun sits at its highest position, summer, and its lowest position in the sky, winter, for 2.5 days, respectively. 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5. That's how they come up with 365 days. And of course, they have 366 days during a leap year for some sort of course correction. I don't get into arguments with people who want to argue about which calendar is correct. And some of these people that come in with the 13 months and they're like, oh, the Ethiopian calendar. I ain't got time for all of that. Okay. The math, if the math works, I'm going with it. The math of the way that they align the moon cycles and the different zodiac signs and such right now at the 2.5 days in a moon sign, and then the 2.5 days of relaxation of the sun during each solstice, it mathematically adds up to 365. So you're not gonna get an argument from Matthew. Don't come in here and argue in the comments with me. You're not going. I've heard about Ophiuchus. I've heard about the 13th sign. I ain't got time for that. I'm gonna deal with these 12. All right. I'm gonna deal with these 12. That's what we're doing over here. If you want to, there are other content providers out there that talk about Ophiuchus and the 13th sign, and I'm not one of them. Okay. So please spare me the comments. Spare us all. Oh, well, I ain't gonna say spare us all. Somebody that watches this channel may want to know about that 13th sign. So if you want to drop that in the comments for the benefit of everybody else watching, in the comments underneath the video, have at it. But don't look for a response from me because I'm not arguing 13 signs because I just told you. All right. Now let's get back on it. So the best way to manifest, simple. Set your intentions. We're going to deal with Capricorn since the new moon tonight is in Capricorn. Set your intentions in alignment with the house that you have Capricorn in. Okay. Now I'm going to go through the houses in just a moment, but there's some things that you need to know based on the element that your moon sign is in, your moon sign element. Okay. There's 4 elements. We know what they are. Anybody want to put them in the chat? You can, but I'm going to say them really quick. All right. There are 4 elements. Water. Well, there's really 5 elements, but for the zodiac, there's 4. All right. We're not going to talk about the 5th element, which is ether. But for the zodiac, there are 4 elements: earth and water, which are feminine, and air and fire, which are masculine. Okay. So again, the new moon tonight is in the sign of Capricorn. What is your moon sign element is going to dictate how you need to set your manifestations to maximize them. So if your moon sign is an earth sign, in other words, if your natal moon is in Capricorn, your natal moon is in Virgo, or your natal moon is in Taurus, here's some suggestions for you. Go outside and ground yourself by standing barefoot, okay? Or sit on the ground. Some people just sit in the grass or whatever. You can sit on the ground, or you can sit with your back to a tree while you're meditating on what it is that you want to plant a seed for, okay? Based on, again, what that Capricorn house is. I'm going to go through the Capricorn houses. I'm going to go through all 12 houses in just a minute. And when I say based on your Capricorn house, another way to say that is, what sign do I have Capricorn in? By the way, if you have not looked up your natal chart, you can go to Cafe Astrology or Astroseek, okay? Okay. And but you got to know what time you were born. If you don't know what time you were born, you're not going to know your house placement. And you can't say, I was born around 6 something. Ain't no such time as 6 something. Okay. All right. Alexis Stanton, thank you for joining. She said, thank you. I needed to hear what you just said. Perfect. Okay. Cafe Astrology is one. The other one I like, gives you a little bit more information, is Astroseek. Now, for those of you that want those descriptions of how those transits, not transits, what's the word I'm looking for? How the aspects are and what the breakdowns are of those aspects based on your natal chart are, Cafe Astrology is perfect because it'll give you a detailed explanation of what those different aspects are in your natal chart. And they do a pretty fine job of describing either your past or present, okay? Or even something that you might run into. So mind-blowing what I've seen on Cafe Astrology when I first started getting into this stuff. Now, Astroseek is going to show you a little bit more information, and you can play around. You can switch it. For those of you that want to do Vedic, I want to look at my Vedic chart. I don't want to look at a tropical or whatever. You can compare them and check that out on Astroseek. So Cafe Astrology is not going to show you what your Chiron is, and that's important to know. Okay, so you can find that on Astroseek. But anyway, those are just some high levels. You guys can. There's no reason why you guys can't study these things and learn it on your own. it does help to have someone who is an intuitive astrological natal chart reader. Okay. I use my intuition when I'm doing it as well. So you want somebody that's kind of gifted in that area, because you might see something high level, but they may be able to dig down deep and show you something else, peel back another layer of the onion for you that might help you to overcome or get a better understanding of something that is some aspect of who you are. The more you know yourself, the better you know yourself, the easier it is going to be to move through this life. Okay. So now I wanted to get that out of the way. Cafe Astrology and AstroSeek. You have to know the time. 6 something o'clock, or I was born early in the morning. That's not a time. Okay. That's not a time. I think I was born between 6 o'clock and 6:30. That's not good enough. Okay. The houses are always moving. Think about a hand on a second. Okay. Let me see if this will show up. I don't know how well that's going to show, but let me just do it upside down and then you can see it. This is weird trying to do this on your camera, y'all. Okay. You see that? I don't know if y'all can see that second hand. You can't. Okay. It only shows it to you when you're looking at it at your watch. But the second hand on the clock. Okay. It's always moving. Okay. The minute hand is always moving. Okay. The houses change signs every 2 hours. But within those 2 hours, they're moving different degrees. There's 30 degrees per sign, with the first degree being 0 degrees and the final degree in the sign being 29 degrees. So that could affect your layout of your houses depending on which house system you use. There's some astrologers that swear by whole sign. There's some astrologers that swear by equal house. Matthew likes the basic Placidus. Why? Because that Placidus is the only one that's going to show you if you have intercepted houses. It's important to know, in my opinion, as an astrologer, if you have intercepted houses, because it has a very profound meaning. I have intercepted houses. It has a very profound meaning. From what I've learned, from what I've studied, intercepted houses means that you didn't do something in another lifetime and you're being forced to do it, and you're being forced to operate in that particular energy within that house in this lifetime. For example, everybody knows me. They look at me sideways when I tell them I'm an introvert with extrovert tendencies. They're like, "You lying? You extroverted?" I'm like, "No, I'm not." If you ask me if I want to go to a concert or if I'd rather stay at home, I'm absolutely going to tell you I'd rather stay at home. If you ask me if I want to go see XYZ at the movies, or I want to stay at home and see something on Netflix, I'm like, that's going to be on Netflix in 2, 3, 4 months. I'm gonna stay at home. All right. So people don't believe me when I tell them I tend more to shy than not. But that's kind of Capricorn too. Like, when we don't know you, we don't talk to you until we get to know you. Then we like, are they gonna be quiet? Some of us anyway. But that being said, I've got an intercepted sign in my 10th house and in my 4th house. It just means that there are things that I should have done in the area of home in a previous lifetime, and things I should have done in the public eye in a previous lifetime that I'm now being forced to do. Okay. So that's kind of how that works. I like the Placidus system. But anyway, I spent a little bit too much time on that. What's up, Rare Jewel? What's up, Green Tambourine? Thank y'all for being here tonight. Okay. All right. So now, so I just wanted to get those things out of the way. Let me say this one more time. You need to maximize your manifestations. Yeah, my nose is itching for some reason. To maximize your manifestations, you need to be working with the element that matches your moon sign. So again, if you are a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo moon, you need to be working with the earth element when you do your new moon manifestations. How do you do that, Matthew? You go outside, you ground yourself by standing barefoot, or you sit with your booty on the ground. Okay, you can sit Indian style, you can lay with your back on the ground, whatever is comfortable for you. Be on the ground so that your body is grounding and you're connected to the earth. Or just simply sit with your back to a tree. And then you just sit there and you breathe and you meditate on what seed that you want to plant, or what thing you want to conceive that you want to see be born when the full moon is going to come in Capricorn during Cancer season. Okay. So summertime, you're going to see a full moon in Capricorn. The seeds that you plant today, think about that as you conceiving a baby on tonight or tomorrow night. Anytime between tonight and before the moon sign changes to Aquarius. Look at the link I just shared with you guys in the chat window there for that moon tracks or lunar tracks or whatever it is. Okay, moon tracks, lunar ingress. Look at that calendar, because it's going to tell you at what date and time the moon is going to leave from the sign of Capricorn and enter into the sign of Aquarius. Once it's in Aquarius, the new moon cycle is over. So you've missed that opportunity, okay? This is why it's so important to do your new moon manifestations, because you only get one chance per year to manifest in the energy of that sign, okay? And that sign, the energy of that sign is going to be different, or it's going to be specific to whatever house you have that sign in. You get one time a year to do it, okay? Doesn't mean you can't continue to manifest all year long, but if you want to maximize your manifestation potential, you need to be doing it during a new moon, okay? That's Earth. If your moon sign is water, I'm a water moon. If you got a moon in Cancer, a moon in Scorpio, or a moon in Pisces, you simply need to meditate on your intentions while being in or around water, okay? You can do it while you're in the shower. You can take a salt bath, okay? You can go near a body of water in nature, whatever is around you, a lake, a pond, a creek, a river, a stream, anything, or the ocean. If you live near a beach, go to the ocean. You can even manifest while you're standing at the sink washing dishes, believe it or not. Really, Matt? Unless some of y'all washing your dishes with baking soda and sand or something, yes, you can do it while you're at the sink washing dishes. I get some of my most profound messages and downloads while I'm simply washing dishes. I might get up at 5:30, 6. I might cook dinner and be like, you know what? I'm not touching these dishes tonight. I'm tired. I'll get them in the morning. I might get up at 5:30 in the morning and go wash the dishes at 5:30 a.m. Guess what? I'm in there by myself. I might be listening to music. I might, have something. I might be listening to Nikki at Secrets Released. I might have one of her videos playing in the background while I'm washing dishes. Shout out to Nikki. But it doesn't matter because I'm not speaking with anybody. I'm not interacting with anybody. I'm in the energy of self. I'm by myself and I'm washing dishes. I promise y'all, I get some of my most profound downloads if I'm just at the sink washing dishes. So if I'm getting downloads while I'm washing dishes, I can also plant seeds. It's a channel. So yeah, you can just be washing dishes, y'all. Seriously, it's that simple. So again, if you're a water sign, how do you manifest? How do you work with that element? You simply meditate on your intentions while you're in or around water. So you can be in the shower, you can take a salt bath, you can go near a body of water like a lake, river, stream, ocean, pond, or you can even manifest while standing at the sink washing dishes, all right? Okay? Again, I'm a water moon. I'm a moon in Cancer, so I kind of know how that works. It happens to me all the time. All right. And don't let anybody tell you that you need to be completely still while meditating or that you have to have your eyes closed. For those of y'all that think that you can't, that I'm making this up or I'm pulling it out of my fifth point of contact. I don't have my eyes closed washing dishes. Okay. It's just as possible to see and hear while you're relaxing your mind during washing dishes as it is being in solitude in nature with your eyes closed. Okay. So the key is not to be distracted by engaging in a conversation with someone else. All right. Or whether that be vocally or electronically. So don't be, while you're trying to manifest, don't be IG messaging somebody or texting somebody. Your intent, your focus is gone. It's not, you're not focused on what it is that you're trying to do. All right. How many of y'all, when y'all are actually in the act of conceiving, are on the phone talking to your boy, fellas, or on the phone talking to your girl, ladies? You don't do that. You're focused on what you got going on right there. It's the same way when you're manifesting, because you're planting a seed. You're conceiving something that you want to bear fruit or to come into fruition at a later date. Now, I know I love taking y'all around the block to get you to the house next door. It's just what I do. It's the Mercury and Sagittarius. I don't know. Anyway, so next, air. If your moon is in an air sign, meaning if your moon is in Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, then I got 3 recommendations for you. Got 3 recommendations. Number 1. Whisper your intentions into the air, okay? Whisper your intentions into the air, or simply meditate on the thoughts, because thoughts are air energy. Believe it or not, your thoughts are air energy. That's air. It's not water, it's not earth, and it's not fire. Your thoughts are air energy, okay? Now, that's number 1. Whisper your intentions into the air, or simply meditate on the thoughts, because thoughts are air energy. Number 2. Air sign, moon in Libra, moon in Gemini, moon in Aquarius. Number 2, write it down and put it in a safe place where only your eyes will ever see it. Okay. Y'all remember my video I did earlier this year, entitled Write It, See It, Say It, Hear It. Write it, see it, say it, hear it. When you write something down, you see it. When you see it, you're saying it in your mind. And when you say it, you're hearing it. So you got a triple activation that happens when you write something. It's really quadruple. Well, it's triple. It's triple because writing it is a physical act that leads to spiritual activation. When you write something, you see it. You can't touch the sight of something. You can touch a thing that you're looking at, but you cannot touch the sight of it. That's spiritual. So you got a triple spiritual activation that happens by your writing. That's why writing is so important. That's why you hear this this biblical and this scriptural principle of it is written. Okay, what is written in the heavens, what is written in the Akashic Records library is going to happen. It is written. So if you're an air sign, you can write it down. Why? Because when you write it, you see it. That's spiritual activation number one. When you see it, seeing it leads to saying it. When you're looking at written words, any of you looking at this chat right now, when you look at it and read what's in that chat, you're saying it. Only you're saying it with your internal voice, and because you're saying it, you're hearing it. So writing leads to a triple spiritual activation. You write it, then you see it. When you see it, you say it, and when you say it, you hear it. Okay. So that's step one for air signs. You got 3 recommendations if your moon is in Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. You whisper your intentions into the air or simply meditate on the thought. Okay. Number 2, you write it down and put it in a safe place where only your eyes will ever see it. Okay. And then number three is number 2 on steroids, or number 3 is number 2 locked down. Number 3, if you want it to be even more secure, write it, see it, say it, and hear it. Y'all don't know what's going on in my voice today, but y'all know what it is. I'm seeing a lot of readers. Shout out to my tarot and oracle readers that's out there reporting on what's going on in the spiritual realm. A lot of people that have these spiritual gifts that are here to be part of the attack force against the dark side that's liberating this planet. They're coming on these platforms, and you got ops out there attacking the throat chakras, but it don't work. I got my tea tonight, family. I got my tea. We good. And yeah, I said that because I know who watches me. Yeah, y'all don't think y'all are seen. Y'all are seen. Okay, y'all are seen. Y'all are seen. Y'all are seen when I'm not looking at you. I got an angelic team around me at all times. Y'all are seen when I'm not even looking at you. So I just wanted to put that out there. Y'all are seen when Matt ain't even looking at you. That's why I put my head on the pillow at night and I rest easy. I ain't worried about nothing. Trust me. All right. Anyway, what was I saying, y'all? Number 3, if you want it to be even more secure, write it, see it, say it, hear it, which locks it in and commits it to your memory. Okay. Write it, see it, say it, hear it. Y'all look that video up. I did that video. If I can think to do it, I'll pull it. You know what? I know me. Let me pull it up right now. I'm gonna come back to number 3. I'll stand by. I'm gonna put this in the I'm gonna put this one in the chat. I'm gonna put this one in the chat so y'all can see it. All right. D. Talford. Write it, see it, say it. Okay, there it is right there. Share, copy. All right. Put this in the chat for y'all. Write the vision and make it plain. Absolutely, Angel. Thank you for saying that. All right. There we go. Y'all check that one out. Now back to the regularly scheduled programming. Now, again, number 3, if you want it to be even more secure, I'm still on the air signs, or what you do if your moon is in an air sign, you write it, see it, say it, hear it. Okay, get that out of the way. That's going to lock it into your memory and commit it. That's going to lock it in and commit it to your memory. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take the paper that you wrote it down on, and it's important to write it on paper. I got a tablet with a pencil on it. Okay, this Apple Pencil, but that ain't. I mean, yeah, I can write it there and see it and say it and hear it. But for this number 3, and that's a secure place because only anybody's going to see that is me, unless y'all got hackers out there that's hacking into your iCloud account and reading your notes. Okay, then it ain't secure, but whatever. Anyway, but if you really want to do number 3 right, you write it down on paper. Okay, why? Because once you've written it down, you've written it, you've seen it, you said it, and you've heard it and committed it to memory, then you're going to take it outside and burn it. Matt, why am I going to burn that? I just wrote it down. Why am I going to burn it? Real simple. It's a spiritual principle. This has been practiced in ancient cultures since the dawn of time. Okay. Burning it not only ensures that what you are activating and manifesting is never seen by anyone else, but it also transforms your written word to spirit by releasing it into the atmosphere, where only the Most High knows the contents of that smoke. Literally. So that's another way to do an activation if you are an air sign. You write it down and then you burn it. Why? Because those words then get committed to the air. Now, anybody can do this. Let me say that first. Anybody can do it, but I'm telling you how to maximize your working with the moon sign and the new moons for or specific to the element that your moon sign is in. So if you are an air sign, this is just going to be a little bit more potent for you than it is for somebody who's an earth sign. Doesn't mean I can do the same thing as an earth sign, right? And everybody has all of the different energies within them. Everybody's got a little bit of air, earth, fire, and water in some place. Even if you don't have it in a planet, you've got a house sign in one of those elements, okay? So everybody's got a little sprinkle of all of the elements in them. And ether as well, okay? I ain't gonna talk about that one. That's for another story. But you're being an air sign is, to give you an example, I ran track in high school. I was an 800-meter runner. I wasn't a sprinter. I can get in that 100-meter heat. I can get in that 200-meter heat. In fact, I ran the curve very well. I didn't run the straightaway well, but I was really fast going into the curve and coming out of it. But as an 800-meter runner, I'm not going to do anything against a sprinter. I'm not. Sprinter going to blow me away every day, all day. A hurdler is going to blow me away every day, all day. I don't run that. I don't run the quarter. I run 2 laps. Now, I'm not going to, that 400 meters, I tip my hat to anybody that ran the 400, because you are sprinting for 400 meters. You are sprinting for a quarter mile. So you got gas and speed if you ran the 400. I'm an 800-meter runner. I can't hang with somebody who's a natural 400. Kind of works the same way with these. So yeah, you can do them, but they're optimal based on your matching your elements, that is your moon sign, to how you work with it. So again, I took y'all all the way around the house, all the way around the block to get you to the house next door. Air again, quick review. If you are an air sign, if your moon is in Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, then you can either, you got 3 recommendations. 1, you can whisper your intentions into the air, or simply meditate on the thought, because thoughts are air energy, okay? Number 2, you can write it down and put it in a safe place where only your eyes are going to see it. Why are you writing it? Because when you write it, you see it. When you see it, you say it. When you say it, you hear it. Triple spiritual activation, okay? And thirdly, if you write it down on a piece of paper, you can make sure it's secure and still work with the air element by writing this thing down on paper and then burning it. And saying a prayer while you're burning it. Giving a prayer of thanks. Give a prayer for thanks for the reception of that thing that you're manifesting long before you did. We got to start learning how to live in past tense, okay? Live in past tense. Kind of like when I went over some of those 42 laws of Ma'at in my last live. The difference between the 10 commandments and the 42 laws of Ma'at. The 10 commandments say, thou shalt not steal. In the 42 laws of Ma'at, it says, I have not stolen. So you're speaking, it's like you're going into the future and activating your present, okay? So that's kind of how that thing works. That's kind of how that works. But anyway, let me move on from air now. So that's your air, if your moon is in an air sign. Finally, if your moon is in a fire sign, if your moon is in Aries, if your moon is in Leo, or if your moon is in Sagittarius, you can meditate on your intentions while relaxing in front of a bonfire, looking at it, sitting in front of a fireplace. You can even light a candle and think and meditate upon and set the intentions for what you want to appear in your life. If your moon is in a fire sign, then be around fire. If it's in a water sign, be around water. If it's in an earth sign, get out on the earth, touch the earth. And if it's in an air sign, your words, your thoughts. You can also go outside and burn them, okay? That's it. Now, the key though, here's the key, y'all. Here's the key when you're doing these new moon manifestations. Matthew 6:6 is key. Matthew 6:6 is key. Let me read Matthew 6:6 really quick. Matthew 6:6 is key. You're going to see why when I pull this up. Thank y'all for being here tonight. And again, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button for me. It really, truly helps, especially in a day and age where these platforms are attacking people that are light workers, people that are here to usher the light back into this once was dark earth, once was dark world. Okay. They want it to stay dark. Nah, their time's up. Y'all got to get up. Y'all got to go move, get up. It's time for somebody else to sit down and eat. It's time for the light to sit down and eat. The darkness, y'all had y'all time, the buffet table, get up. All right. Your time is up. Get up and get out of the Golden Corral. It's light workers' night, okay? When they say ladies' night, it's light workers' day and night. It's light workers' next 3,000 years. Time for y'all to get up and go, all right? All right? We got some toilets y'all can clean out if you're a worker of darkness, a worker of iniquity. All that y'all been putting down, y'all can go and clean it up now. Yeah, I said that. That's written too, by the way. I ain't gonna go into that tonight. Not gonna get into that. Matthew 6:6. Matthew 6:6. All right. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to the Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. Let me read that one more time for the kids at the back of the classroom. Matthew 6:6. Okay. I really love all of it from verse 1 through 6. Let me read verse 1 through 6 because I love this whole little passage here. Matthew 6:1 through 6. Take heed that you do not do your alms or your good deeds before men to be seen of them. Don't do a good deed and be on the gram talking about, hey, look at me giving this $5 bill to this homeless man. Nah, don't do that. Just do it. Okay. Otherwise, you have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms or good deeds, do not sound a trumpet before thee. I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming to give turkeys to the kids. No, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. Synagogues, they ain't have no churches then. So if you want to modernize that, the synagogues, the mosques, and the churches, all three of y'all, all right? Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. What's their reward? Being seen. So it's like the Most High ain't gonna give you nothing for what you did because your reward was being seen of men. Oh, okay, you want to be seen of men? All right, well, I got you. Boom, they saw you. I ain't giving you nothing for what you did. And by the way, thanks for feeding that homeless person because they did get to eat. But that reward that you want, you got it. Everybody saw you do it. Congratulations. Verse 3. But when thou doest thine alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth, that thine alms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee openly. This has to do with that new moon manifestation in a minute. I'm going to show you how it applies. Verse 5. And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and in the churches, all right, and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men. They love praying and preaching and shouting at people with bullhorns and showing them these whack-ass 12 tribe charts in the corners of the streets. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all too. That they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But you, verse 6, but you, when you pray, enter into your closet. And when you've shut your door, pray to the Father which is in secret, and your heavenly Father which seeth in secret shall reward you openly. Let them see the fruits of your work. Don't let them hear your prayer. Let them see the fruits of your work, all right? I'm going to tell you why in just a minute, okay? So Matthew 6:6 is key. Why? Why, Matt? Why do you say Matthew 6:6 is key? Because your manifestations are based upon your natal chart, not anyone else's. I'm going to say that again. Your manifestations, what you're trying to bring into your reality, is based upon your natal chart, not anyone else's. Therefore, your new moon intentions are yours. They're yours. I personally do not recommend discussing them with anyone else. They're between you and the Creator, aka the Most High, aka Source, aka the universe. Some people get up in their feelings because they hear people say, well, the universe blessed me with, well, if the Most High, if God, if the Creator is all things, then the universe is proper. It's proper to call him or her, depending on which aspect you're looking at, the universe. So y'all stop looking at people funny when they call the Most High the universe because you say God and they say the universe. Oh man, they one of these new age people. They say the universe. Well, isn't God in everything, and isn't he everything? Isn't she in everything? Isn't she everything? When I say he and she, I'm talking about the divine masculine and the divine feminine nature of the Most High. Some of y'all still on this paternal ish that's going out, this over paternal ish that's going out. We talked about that in my Ankh video a couple of nights ago. If you didn't see it, go check out my Ankh video. Check out my video comparing the Ankh and versus to the cross. One is super masculine. The other one is equally balanced between masculine and feminine, equally balanced between spirit and matter, equally balanced between heaven and earth. One of them is an energetic device that helps you balance because it represents balance. It helps you balance when you wear it. Okay? Not this cross business where it's over masculine. Men are here, women are here, and the children are here. No, it's man and woman, and then the children. You raise your children up to be equal to what you taught them. Stuff is simple, man. We get back there, though, y'all. We get back there. So, again, your manifestations are yours based upon your natal chart, not anyone else's, okay? So, your new moon intentions are yours. I don't recommend discussing them with anybody. They're between you and the Creator, or the Most High, or Source, or the universe, or the power, or the universal I am presence that I like to sometimes say. It's the same as if you are making a baby with someone, right? That's between you and the co-creating feminine and a masculine, a co-creating feminine and masculine. That's who that baby making process is between. That ain't got nothing to do with a third party, okay? It's nobody else's business outside of the two of you. It's the same way when you're trying to conceive something in thought or an intention and then manifest it into your reality. That ain't got nothing to do with anybody else, okay? So telling somebody else outside of you what you are working to bring into your reality could have an adverse effect. It could serve to hinder or delay what you're trying to bring in. Why? Because now somebody else is giving thought to something that you're trying to do. Who she thinks she is, who he think he is. Because you know how they be talking when you get it, right? Huh? You go from having an English name to a foreign name. Hushi, Hashi. What is Hushi, Hashi? Is that Japanese? No, it's not. It sounds like it. Hushi, Hashi. Who she thinks she is, how she get it. Who he, how he. Who he think he is, how he get that. Don't worry about how I got that. You didn't know I was working on it, did you? Why? Because I kept it to myself. I Matthew 6 and 6 did. I manifested in secret. I co-created with the universe. I co-created with the divine father. I co-created with the divine mother. And now you're seeing the manifestation of my co-creation that I did during that last new moon cycle. Yeah, wasn't none of your business what I'm. Hey, bro, what you working on, man? None of you. What's that? None of your business. Hey, girl, what you doing today? Hey, girl, what you doing today, girl? Girl, what you working on, girl? Girl, it's a new moon. What you manifesting, girl? Tell them if you want to. Tell them if you want to. You might have to wait 12 months to try it again. You might have to wait 12 months and try it again. Keep it to yourself. Matthew 6 and 6. When you pray, go into your closet, so to speak. Go in the closet of your heart. Go into the closet of whatever environment you're going into based on what the element is of your moon sign. And keep that between you and the Most High. That's why you notice when I said in the air sign, that first recommendation, I said whisper your intentions into the air. Some of y'all might have houses where you think, okay, because I got a privacy fence, my next door. First of all, if you got a privacy fence and you sitting in your backyard, you don't know if your next door neighbor's sitting outside in his backyard. So if you out there talking, oh, Lord, I want to bring this in, he getting all of that. That's why I said whisper it. That's why I said whisper it. The birds ain't going to tell nobody. And if they do, ain't nobody going to know it. They ain't going to know what that means. Y'all, we can have fun with it. Come on, y'all. Come on, fam. All right? So it ain't nobody else's business outside of you and the Creator, what it is that you're trying to co-create and bring into your reality. We're talking about the new moon. What do you need to know? Because when I'm done with this little part, I'm going to go through each one of these houses and we're going to wrap up. Okay? Ain't nobody else's business. Remember this, y'all. Remember this. When you tell somebody what you're working to bring into your reality, it could work against you. Because you got haters out there. You got haters that's watching everything you do, and they looking at you like, who she, ha she, who he, ha he, right? Everything you do, they watching it. And then the more the Most High is blessing you, the more they hated you. They look at you with the despise. They look at you and despise you. Okay? Like my girl Goddess Energy said, she taught in a couple of videos. I never knew this. She said people just looking at you and hating on you that's a form of evil eye. Oh, this person throwing an evil eye at you. There ain't nobody got to be looking at you like, you old fish-eyed fool, like Esther from Sanford and Son. That ain't evil eye. Evil eye is looking at you and having evil thoughts about you while they looking at you. It's that simple. Evil eye. Somebody got their eyes on you and they have evil thoughts. I can't stand him. Who he think he is on that platform teaching people this stuff? He ain't nobody. He always talking about somebody's pastor. walk a mile in my shoes, stand up here in this pulpit. I ain't finna stand up in nobody's pulpit. There ain't no job I want. That's a lot of responsibility. And first of all, don't even get me started on who created this whole pulpit business. Moses was never in front of no pulpit. Abraham wasn't on nobody's pulpit. So don't even get me started on that. Because I could cut you down at the knees right now. Easy work. Easy work. First round KO, a la Mike Tyson. First round KO, easy work. Don't come at me with that bull, because you don't want me. I promise you that. So you look at me, hate on me all you want. You can hate on me all you want, but guess what? It don't matter, because universal law always kicks in. Proverbs 26 and 27. Whoso diggeth the pit shall fall therein. So if you throw an evil eye at somebody, guess what? You're going to get the results of what it was you were trying to put out. I can't stand them. Sooner or later, you ain't going to be able to stand yourself because you was hating on somebody else. I don't know who that was for. Anyway, let me keep it moving, y'all. Let me keep it moving. Telling somebody outside of you what it is that you're trying to bring into your reality could serve to hinder you or delay it. That's private. That's between you and the Creator. Even if you got a significant other, that ain't none of their business what you're trying to bring into your reality. Let them see the outcome of it. Unless y'all are jointly manifesting something, both of y'all got the same moon sign or something, and you're trying to jointly manifest something, that's something different. But what it is that you're trying to bring into your own life, that's between you and the Most High. You don't need to tell anybody. Let them see what the results of your manifestation were. Okay? Remember, my natal chart, my energy, my intentions, my manifestation. Your natal chart is your own. Your natal chart is your own. My natal chart, my energy, my intentions, my manifestations. Remember that. Remember that. Somebody write that down. My natal chart, my energy, my intentions, my manifestations. They belong to you. They don't belong to anybody else. Don't F it up for yourself and have to wait 12 months to get back in that new moon sign again. After tomorrow, the new moon ain't going to be in Capricorn again until 2025, December 2025. That's a long time to wait to manifest something that has to do with Capricorn energy, which we're going to go through in 1 minute, okay? Pardon me, family. I hope y'all didn't hear that. I normally catch that mute button before that. Finally, before we go through some recommendations for each house, and I'm not going to do an exhaustive based on every single possibility for every house. I'm not going to do that. I'm giving you some of my recommendations based on what those different areas of life that those particular houses govern over, okay? This is not meant to be an exhaustive list, okay? And I'm not going to do timestamps because, to be honest with you, the new moon in Capricorn ends late Tuesday, early Wednesday. So I might even archive this video until next year. I'm not going to delete it because this is useful every time there's a new moon in Capricorn. But I'm probably going to archive it because it's not going to mean anything to you. Because I'm going to do this again, y'all. I'm going to do this, most high willing, and cut unless something else comes up. I'm going to do this every month for every new moon. So for every sign, basically, so that you can get all of these signs. So for Capricorn, I'm probably going to archive this, but maybe, I don't know, maybe I can use this first part because it's going to apply to all of the signs anyway. So I don't know, but I love coming on here rapping with y'all. So why make it on demand? Because when I make it on demand, I can't rap with y'all. Okay. So before I go through some recommendations for each house, remember to keep your manifestations high vibrational. Okay. Why? Because thoughts become things. Keep them high vibrational. Why? Because thoughts become things. Don't let low vibrational thoughts creep in while you're manifesting something. Keep it high vibrational, okay? Circle back around to Mark 11 and 24, all right? If you don't believe you can have it, or you don't have that inner knowing that you can and will see the fruition of what you are intention setting for or manifesting, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Go watch my video, Power Up Your Prayer Life. I'm gonna drop that in the chat too. Go watch my video, Power Up Your Prayer Life. I did that some time ago. 4 reasons why your prayers go unanswered and how to correct that. Power up your prayer life. I think I did this video 2 years ago. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's it. Let me put this in the chat. Thank y'all for being here tonight. I hope y'all are getting something out of this, all right? Angel, that's exactly right. Mark 11 and 24. Exactly. All right. Y'all check that out. Power up your prayer life. If you don't believe that you won't get it, don't waste your time. You're wasting your time. Okay. Manifest something that you expect to show up. Manifest something that you know is going to show up. Don't manifest something that you hope you're going to. Hope is, what is that? Hope don't activate anything. What hungry person watching this video right now You sitting in your house, it's lunchtime, you've been out doing yard work all morning, whatever, and you come in, you took a shower and you're hungry, and you're the only one there at the house. Which of you who's hungry after working all morning is going to sit on the couch and say, man, I hope I get something to eat? Is a hope going to get you something to eat? No. You got to get up and go in that kitchen and get yourself something to eat, or you pick up your app and DoorDash it, or you get in your car and go drive somewhere and get you something to eat. You don't sit there and hope that. It's the same way when you're manifesting. It's the same way. When you're praying, when you're manifesting, when you're activating. That's why I say powerful prayer is not requesting, it's activating. It is a powerful activation. I expect this to appear in my life. If you can't put that kind of energy behind it, don't put no hope energy behind it. That's a waste of your time if you're doing new moon manifestations. That's a waste of your time. Start small if you have to. All right? Start small with what, Matt? I'm gonna show you in a minute. Let me go through these houses, fam. Let me go through these houses. But before I go through the houses, let me check some comments, because I got to show y'all some love. I've been going for a minute here. Let me show y'all some love. All right. Let's see. Allie, okay. Allie chatting with the family. I love that. I love that. She chatting in there. All right. Just because numbers 28 and 11 got it. Let's see. Secrets released. I shouted out my girl there. Alexis, got you. All right. Rare Jewel said, Happy New Year, everyone, and blessings. Thank you. Alexis said 6th and 12th house for me. 6th and 12th house? Nah, you can't have, you're going to have to explain that for me, Alexis, because you can't have one sign. You can have one sign in two houses. You can have one sign cross two house cusps, but there can't be a gap in them. So in other words, you can have, like, for example, you can have Capricorn sitting on your 6th house and your 7th house cusp, but you can have Capricorn sitting on your 12th house and your 1st house cusp, but you can't have Capricorn sitting on your 6th and your 12th. So I'm not sure what you mean when you say 6th and 12th house for me. So you may want to explain that. Maybe I can give you some more insight on that. Angel said, I got to watch your last video. What's up, Matt? What's up, Angel? What's up? All right. She said, Alexa said, yes, me and Virgo sun, Cat Moon will be doing just this. Got you. Oh, I love that. Double earth energy. I love that. Virgo sun, the two hardest working signs. No disrespect to anybody else, but y'all know, if you ever seen a Virgo or Capricorn, you already know what the business is. You already know. So shout out to you, Alexis. I already know how you get down just based on looking at your layup there, your setup. Virgo sun and Cat Moon. Wow, that's deep. Mad respect for you. Mad respect. All right. Angel said, write the vision, make it plain. Matthew 6:6 got that one. Angel said, keep your intentions, resolutions, and affirmations between you and the divine alone. Absolutely. Just because said exactly that who they think they is, people will plant doubts. They sure will. They sure will. Tony, what's up, brother? Shalom. He said the Sentinels are hanging out in the house now. Got you. Wow, man, that's crazy. Let's see. Green Tamarine said, yeah, I have had that happen to me before. Yup. Just because said, me too. You ain't got to. God gave you your platform. Thank you, Angel. I appreciate that. Green Tamarine said, yes, but they would travel to different cities and preach to the different churches. Paul made tents during the day and would speak at night. Absolutely. Remember, Matt, but Angel loved that Matthew 6:6. That's some powerful instruction, Angel. It really is. Rob, what's up, Willis? He said, put their money into the pit. Angel said, my natal chart, my intentions, my energy, my manifestations. Boom, boom. Rob said the secret. Yup. If you don't know it's possible, don't waste your time. That's right. Activate, command, and expect. Got it. And just because that high vibrational is key, hope is lukewarm. Revelation 3:16. Because you are lukewarm, neither hot or cold, I will spit you from my mouth. I can't tell you how many spiritual teachers and advisors I've heard say this. They said, be very intentional about what it is that you want to appear in your life. If you are not intentional and not your thoughts and your thought energy and power is not focused, you wonder why you're not getting it. Y'all go check out that video. It's let me see. What's the title of it? What's the title? I'll put the link in there, but let me copy the title. Hang on. I'm going to copy the title here. Hang on. All right. I don't need that. This is the title right here. I can copy that title into the YouTube search bar and save that to watch later. Okay. That's the title. All right. Some great nuggets in there. If you don't believe you're going to have it, again, Mark 11:24, don't waste your time. Now I'm caught up. Let me go through each of the houses. And then again, this is not intended to be an exhaustive list. I'm giving you my recommendations. If you guys want to go through the entire, what the astrological wheel is, and you guys can just look up look up the house meanings, the house descriptions. It'll give you, and different websites don't put them all in one. Some prefer these, some prefer those. That's the beauty of astrology and some of these other spiritual disciplines. It's so big. It literally is universal, y'all. It literally is universal. It's so big that no one person can cover them all. If they do, they're not going to be an expert on all of them. Okay. So that's why different people go to different astrologists for different things. Different people go to different tarot readers for different things. Some people just specialize in different areas of spirituality. And why? Because it's too big. It's way too big. Numerology. There's certain people that are good in this area of numerology, others that are good in that area of numerology. People ask me about different things of astrology that I don't deal with. Okay. I don't deal with the transits, the day-to-day transits. I don't care about those. There's other astrologers that do. My focus is on knowledge of self. Knowledge of self comes from your natal chart. It comes from your natal chart, and it comes from knowing your personal numerology. So that is what I focus on, because to me, knowledge of self is going to set you up for everything you need to do in life. If you don't know who you are, if you don't know how you're built, how you going to know what to do? That's like trying to pull a 20,000-pound trailer behind a Honda Civic. If you don't know that Honda Civic is not built to pull a 20,000-pound trailer, you're going to tear that transmission out of that vehicle. You're going to burn that engine up. You can't do it. Okay. If you don't know that a Ford F-350 diesel or Chevy Duramax or something like that is not built to race, then you try to get out there and race against a freaking BMW M3. You wondering, well, why can't I catch this BMW M3? I'm bigger. My engine's bigger. You're not built for speed. You built for power. You built for towing the load. Once you understand what you're built for, you're like, oh, I shouldn't be out here speeding and trying to race these little cars. I should be pulling and towing. That's how I'm going to make my money with this big truck. Okay? It's the same thing with knowing yourself. When you know yourself and you know what you came here to do, guess what? Chances are good you're not going to have to repeat it. This is why I'm always advising you guys to watch that movie, The Edge of Tomorrow, or Edge of Tomorrow. It was put out in 2014. It's a Tom Cruise movie, Edge of Tomorrow. When you fail, you got to come back and you get set back to where you were and you got to start all over again. That's the essence of existence. You got to keep doing it over and over until you get it right. Okay? So I want y'all to get it right so you can move on to whatever the next phase of your existence is. Why does Matt care? Because that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay? But I'm going to do mine. I'm going to get mine done. So let me go through these houses, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. All right. If you have, now, before I say this, let me get this off the screen so I can see what I'm doing. Capricorn. What is the energy of Capricorn, family? We got a new moon in Capricorn. When you're dealing with these new moons and you're working with the new moon, you need to understand what the energy of that sign is, what the energy of that sign is about. Once you understand what the energy of that sign is and what the energy of that sign is about, then you apply it to whatever house that you have that sign is in. Okay. So Capricorn energy is the energy of problem solving. It is the energy of overcoming. Okay. It is the energy of overcoming obstacles. When the Most High need an obstacle overcome, he sends a Capricorn in there. Promise you that. Capricorns are built, they're like that Ford F-250 I just talked about, or 350. They're built to do the tough jobs that some of these other signs can't do. So when you know that Capricorn is built for endurance, Capricorn is the energy of endurance, Capricorns will outlast any energy out there, okay? All right? When you talk about the earth signs, for example, Taurus is going to be the most resolute. It's going to be the most resolute. When a Taurus gets the mission, you're not going to move them off of it. It's fixed energy. Fixed energy does not move. And earth is the most unmoving of the four elements. Air moves, water flows, fire rages. It can jump from one thing to the next. That earth don't move. It's stable. So when you got a fixed earth sign, Taurus is the most resolute. There's not another sign more resolute than Taurus. When it comes to Virgo energy is the energy. Virgo energy adapts. It adapts better than any other, or is grounded adaptation. There's other mutable signs out there, but Virgo is grounded adaptation. And it's going to be very analytical and very detail oriented. Okay. But when you're talking about task, Virgos will work circles around all the other signs too. But the difference between a Virgo and a Capricorn, and then I'm gonna move on. Capricorn is built for long-term endurance. Okay, Virgos are built for tasks just like Capricorns, but Virgos don't have the stamina that the Capricorn has. Why? Look at the ruling planet. Mercury moves fast. The ruling planet for Virgo is Mercury. Mercury moves fast. Saturn takes its time. It's the ruler of time and task. Okay, so Virgos and Capricorn. If you got somebody that's got Virgo and Capricorn energy, you're gonna find it hard to find somebody that outworks them. You're not gonna find anybody that outworks them. Okay, both of those signs are gonna work hard, but one of them is gonna stay in that task a little bit longer. Okay, Green Tambourine said, I would challenge you on that. LOLs, Virgos can go the distance. That's spoken like a Virgo. Okay, Virgos can go the distance, but they're not gonna outlast the Capricorn. You got one whose ruling planet is Saturn. Saturn is the ruler of time. So how can a fast-moving planet outlast a planet that's built to go the distance? Go sit down, Green Tambourine. Go sit down, okay? All right? One of them is a sprinter. One of them can even run a 5K. One can run a half marathon. But a Virgo ain't going to beat a Capricorn in a marathon, all right? Anyway, so let me keep it moving, y'all. Let me keep it moving. Capricorn is the energy of the achiever as well. It achieves. A Capricorn wants to climb and wants to get to the pinnacle. It's the energy of the achiever, the energy of the overcomer, and the energy of the problem solver. So now when you understand those three primary energies of Capricorn, okay, you can now apply those to the house. Now, I'm not going to repeat that again, okay? Okay, Virgo. I ain't mad at you, Virgo. I ain't mad at you. I love my Virgos, y'all. I love my Virgos. They're going to read you your rights. Y'all got to be built for Virgo because the Virgo will read you your rights. But if a Virgo reading you your rights, that's because that Virgo cares. Because if a Virgo don't care about you, they just going to let you do what you do. They don't care. All right? So Virgo is a sign of tough love. Let me say that. Virgo is tough love. Anyway, let me keep it moving. No more distractions. Capricorn, the energy of the achiever, the energy of the problem solver, the energy of the overcomer. Okay? Capricorn. Now, if you're Capricorn, if you have Capricorn in your first house, then what you need to be, or recommendation, I don't like to say what you need to do. A strong recommendation for you would be I recommend that your new moon manifestation has something to do with a personal problem that might be present in your life that you need to solve, okay? Or some obstacle that may be present in your life right now that you need to overcome. Okay, that has to deal with you. First house is the house of self. Okay, the first house is the house of self. Or you may want to achieve something that has to deal with you. You may want to achieve something that has to deal with the way you present yourself. Okay, the first house is the house of appearance. I appear. This is how I appear. You may want to manifest, I don't know, a new wardrobe. You may want to manifest a new look, something that, okay, it's going to take it 6 months from now. I expect this to show up in my life. 6 months or less. I expect when the full moon is in Capricorn in June, July, the full moon is in Capricorn because it's going to happen during Cancer season. So remember, Capricorn and Cancer are opposites. So when you got a full moon, a new moon in Capricorn season, then you're going to have a full moon in Capricorn during Cancer season. That's how that works, okay? So whatever it is you're trying to manifest, look for it to appear around or by the full moon in Capricorn that's going to happen during Cancer season, which is this coming summer 2025. So again, if you have Capricorn in your first house, then my recommendation is that your new moon manifestation has to deal with something where you're trying to either solve a problem with self, overcome some challenge that you have related to you, not anybody else. The first house is the house of self. So some challenge that you're trying to overcome, it could be a personal challenge, something that has to deal with the way you appear in the world, or maybe you want to achieve something new. Maybe you got a weight loss goal, or maybe you got a weight gain goal. Maybe you're trying to get a little bit more ripped, a little more diesel, okay? Now, I don't have Capricorn in the first house, but that's something I'm working on myself. Maybe I shouldn't have said that because maybe somebody be like, oh, I hope he don't get diesel. It's only going to fall back on you, so I don't care. Anyway, yeah. So that's if you have Capricorn in your first house. First house is the house of self. It's ruled by Aries. So it is how you appear, how you present, who you are. Who am I? Something that you achieve that has to deal with who you are, or how you see yourself, or how perhaps you want others to see you, Either you're trying to achieve something in that area, or you're trying to overcome a challenge that you have or solve some problem. Okay. Second house. Second house is ruled by Taurus. The second house is the house of material possessions, among other things. It's the house of security, things that make us feel secure. Is the house of money, finance, that sort of thing. Okay. So if you have Capricorn in your second house, your new moon manifestations can probably include maybe getting more money into your life. Okay. Maybe getting more money, something material possession. Maybe you want to manifest something that has to deal with acquisition. But when you're thinking about, or you may want to manifest something that has to deal more with financial or personal security. Okay. You want to manifest something. And again, it's Capricorn. So it's something that you want to achieve, or you want to solve some problem that you're having in that area. Okay. Something in the area of personal finance, something in the area of financial security, personal security, or acquisition, something that you're trying to acquire. You may be trying to acquire a piece of land. You may be trying to acquire a fatter bank account. You may be trying to achieve you may have had some challenges with your money, and you're trying to overcome that. Set your intention. I don't know what your issue is. All I can do is give you what some of the areas of the second house that the second house covers are. So that's if you have Capricorn in the second house. Okay. I like to go through the houses. Some people like to say based on your rising sign, but I know that some rising signs have intercepted houses. For example, I'm a Libra rising, but I've got intercepted houses as well. So I have some of the characteristics of Libra rising based on the house, and some of the characteristics of Scorpio rising based on the house. Okay. I'm a Libra rising, but because I have intercepted houses, that's something I have to deal with. Okay. So I wanted to pass that along. Some people might say, well, Matt, why don't you do it by the rising sign? Because you might be looking at the Placidus house system and you may have intercepted houses. This is why I go through the houses, because if you're dealing with just the house energy, you're going to hit the target every time. All right. So that's if you have Capricorn. And if somebody knows the meaning of your left nostril itching, put that in the chat for me, because I don't typically have this issue. For some reason, my left nostril is itching like nuts tonight. I've never had that issue before. So if somebody has any insight into the spiritual meaning of your left nostril itching or your nose itching, please put that in the chat because it'll benefit me. So thank you. Next. If you have Capricorn in your third house, then you want to achieve something in the area of learning or communication, okay? Or simply your conscious thoughts. You could be trying to overcome a problem or solve a problem that has to deal with something you're trying to learn, or something that you want to learn, or something that has to deal with your conscious thoughts, or something in the area of communication. How am I communicating? It could be communicating with anybody. It could be communication with a significant other. It could be communication at the job. It could be communication if you're on a public platform. What do you want to achieve, or what problem do you want to solve, or what do you want to overcome? Pardon me, y'all. I did catch the mute button that time. What do you want to overcome in the area of how you communicate? You might want to achieve, you might want to publish a book 6 months from now. Okay. Whatever that intention is, I'm just giving you some ideas and some recommendations. Set your manifestations to that. If you have Capricorn in your third house, okay. Communication, learning, conscious thoughts. Okay. Those are three big areas that are covered by the third house: communication, learning and education, your conscious thoughts. You also, in some astrological circles, the third house has to deal with our relationship with our siblings. Some people see that as fourth house energy. Other astrologers see that in the third house. So you could be trying to achieve something new or overcome some challenge you have with regards to dealings with your siblings. Okay. That's a little bit more abstract. Most people look at the other big three: communication, learning, and conscious thoughts. Okay. That's the third house. That's if you have Capricorn in your third house. Okay. Now, if you have Capricorn in your fourth house, you want to set some intention on achieving something in the area of home and family. Okay. Or maybe you're trying to overcome or problem solve in the area of home and family. What are some examples, Matt? You could, what's another one? Home and family. Maybe you want to get closer to your family, or maybe you want to plan a family reunion or something like that. Maybe you want to what's the word I'm looking for? You could, maybe you want to achieve something in terms of real estate. Real estate lives in the fourth house too. So maybe you want to set your intentions on real estate, either acquiring a home or selling your home. Maybe you want to renovate your home. Maybe you want to renovate your home. Okay. Capricorn is the energy of achievement. Maybe you want to achieve renovating your home. A Capricorn is going to get it done. Capricorn energy is about endurance and finishing the job. Stick-to-itiveness, okay? So maybe you want to renovate your house. Maybe you want to build a Japanese garden or something in your backyard. Maybe even you want to the fourth house also is ruled by the moon, so it has to deal with your emotions. Maybe you want to experience some new energy with regards to your emotions. Manifest that, okay? Maybe as simple as you're buying new furniture. Maybe you want to get rid of your old furniture and maybe you want some new furniture to appear in your life. Hey, you know what? I want this new fancy set to appear. I want a new living room set. I want a new dining room set, and I don't want to spend a lot of money on it. I want to upgrade. I want to lacquer the floor or something in my garage. I want to take my garage and turn it into a man cave. Whatever that has to deal with home and family or your emotions. Manifest that. Set your intentions on that. That is if you have Capricorn in the fourth house. If you have Capricorn in the fifth house, what is the fifth house? Fifth house is ruled by Leo. It's areas of our life where we shine. The fifth house also rules over our passions. Okay, romance. The fifth house rules over children. It has to deal with children. Okay, things that make us feel young, things that make us feel childlike, things that puts us in touch with our inner child. So maybe you want to manifest a new achievement or overcome a challenge that you had or solve a problem in one of those areas. Maybe you want to bring children into your reality. Manifest that. Okay? That's the fifth house. Maybe the fifth house is also where things like competition live. Maybe you want to compete in something 6 months from now. Maybe I used the marathon analogy or the marathon example earlier. Maybe you want to start training for a half marathon or a marathon that you want to run in the summer. That's all fifth house energy. Okay. I'm a tennis player. Maybe you want to learn how to play tennis. Maybe you want to become a competitive tennis player. When I say competitive, I'm not talking about you going from not playing tennis to being Serena Williams level, though I'll never tell anybody that they can't do something because some people just are special. And if you believe you can have it and you have an inner knowing that you can achieve it, then you will. So I'll never tell anybody they can't do something. I'm talking from the average standpoint, average speaking. Maybe you want to learn how to play tennis and play in a tournament or play in a local league or something like that, or a club tennis ladder or something like that within 6 months time. So all of those are fifth house energies, that has to deal with competition, sports, passion, our passions, our creativity. Maybe you want to create something new. Maybe you want to achieve the creation of something new. Maybe you want to create a new program, or maybe you just want to start a new you want to get involved with arts and crafts or something like that. Anything that has to deal with your creativity. Maybe you want to create something that is new. Maybe you've had a passion for something that you want to create. Manifest that. Plant that seed now. Plant that seed. The fifth house, among other things, is the house of creativity. So plant that seed. If you have Capricorn in your sixth house, then you want to achieve or overcome or problem solve in the area of your health, in the area of your daily tasks. Okay. The sixth house is ruled by Virgo. It rules over health. It rules over routine, daily tasks. It rules over organization. Maybe you want to set the intention to live a more organized life, not just organize your house. Some people need to organize their lives. Some people could stand to live in a more organized fashion, paying more attention to details. Maybe you're somebody that wishes that they could pay more attention to detail. Well, set that intention. Set it now. Set it like the old rotisserie commercial. Set it and forget it. All right. I showed you how to work with your elements. Maybe you want to be healthier. Your personal health, bodybuilding. That's a sixth house function. If you want to bodybuild, I talked about the appearance thing. That's also first house, how you appear. But maybe it has to deal with your health. Maybe you want to be healthier. Maybe you want to start to eat healthier. Those are sixth house things. Maybe by You know, maybe you want your skin to clear up by a certain amount of time. You could look at that like that's appearance, but I would say that's more of a health thing. So set that intention, okay? That's if you have Capricorn in the 6th house. You're achieving something in the area of health or in the area of task. Maybe, you know, some people get daily task confused with 10th house energy, which is career. But, you know, the career part is the macro. The daily task part is the micro. Okay, so that's how you can kind of look at that. Maybe, okay, maybe you got a career as a programmer, but maybe you want to write your code faster. Maybe you want your code to be a little bit more efficient. Maybe you don't want your code to be as top heavy. Maybe you want to streamline. Maybe you want to be a programmer that can, hey, you know what, man? How can I write this same program where I'm writing 1,500 lines of code? How can I get this done in 750 lines of code? How can I cut this in half? Set that intention. Okay. Those are some things that have to deal with if you have Capricorn in your 6th house. If you have Capricorn in your 7th house, then you're looking to achieve something in the area of partnership. It could be marriage. It could be a business partnership. It could be a partnership. It could be a relationship at, I don't know, your church or religious organization or whatever. It is how you partner with others, how you are in relationships with the others. So maybe you have a challenge that you're trying to overcome in a relationship, or maybe you are trying to achieve a relationship, a new relationship. Remember, new moon energy is about new moon energy is about new energy. Maybe you want to achieve a new relationship. Maybe you got out of a bad relationship last year and you want a new relationship to appear. Well, if you got Capricorn in your 7th house, manifest that. That's the house of partnership. Okay? You're either trying to achieve something or you're trying to problem solve or overcome. Okay? That's the 7th. Maybe the 7th house is also the house of balance. Maybe you're just trying to achieve balance in the area of partnership. Okay? 7th house rules over partnerships, but it's also about balance. Okay? Maybe you want more honesty to appear in your relationships. Think about the 7 principles of Ma'at. I've talked about that in a number of live streams. You guys can look that stuff up. Look up 7 principles of Ma'at. That's all 7th house energy. Okay. So that is, and I'll be talking about that in the upcoming video. Sneak preview. I'm going to be talking about relationships and marriages again. But I'm going to save that. That's going to be for my next live. In fact, I'm going to do that live on New Year's Day. So y'all don't want to miss that one. I'm talking about 7th house energy on New Year's Day. You do not want to miss that one. I promise you that. I've already got that one ready to go. All right. That's for New Year's Day. We're going to drop that one on that 1-1 portal. All right. Now, 119, which is 11. Okay. That's a powerful number in numerology, 11. Okay. But if you reduce that number, which you're not supposed to reduce master numbers, but if you did reduce the master number 11 to 2 in numerology is the energy of partnership as well. So anyway, let me keep it moving. Occult Raven, fellow Cappies. What's up, Cap? What's up, Cap? December or January? Let me know. Drop it in the Capri Candy. She's on Capricorn, Sun and Moon here. Drop that in the chat, okay? All right. Secrets Release said messages are on point when your nose itches. Oh, okay. The knowledge you are giving us is being received. The Most High taught you well. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nikki. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That makes me feel a lot better because I'm like, why is my nose itching? This never itches when I'm live. Anyway, so that's if you have Capricorn in your 7th house. If you have Capricorn in your 8th house, then you want to be manifesting or setting intentions on transformation. Transformation. I'm not going to deal with that 3-letter S word that deals with exit. Everybody thinks that's all the 8th house is about. That's a small piece of it. I wish people would move past that. Like, that's very personal. The biggest energy of the 8th house, or what the 8th house is responsible for, is transformation. So you need to be setting your intentions on some area of, or the 8th house is transformation. So that transformation could apply to any area of your life. Okay. That Scorpio energy. Think about how you want to transform, or think about where you need to transform, because Capricorn is also the energy of the problem solver. It is the energy of the overcomer of obstacles. What obstacles, if any, are lying in the path to your overcoming? I mean, to your transformation. What obstacles, if any, are lying in the path, blocking you from transforming? Set the intention on this night, between now and before the moon goes into Aquarius. And I dropped that link in there in the beginning. Okay. I'll put it in here again for those who need to see it. Let me put it there and there just to refresh it. This is a good link to have. You guys should bookmark this, because this will help you to know what sign the moon is in today and when is it going to change signs. Okay. And remember, UTC is 4 hours ahead of Eastern time. So just figure out your time zone, and then you know how many hours ahead if you're UTC. If you're in the Eastern time zone, UTC is 4 hours ahead. If you're Central, it's 5 hours ahead. Mountain 6, and then Pacific 7. So y'all work with that. But anyway, so that's if you've got Capricorn in your 8th house. You're trying to overcome or achieve in the area of transformation. Is there anything blocking me from transforming? What do I want to become? What do I want to transmute? The 8th house is also the house of manifestation. So this is super powerful if you have Capricorn in your 8th house and you're doing a new moon manifestation. Why? Because you are trying to achieve something in the area of manifestation. 8th house people don't talk about this enough. The 8th house is also the house of manifestation. That's why people who are life path 8s are known as the master manifestors. A life path 8 is Scorpio energy too, believe it or not. Somebody who is a life path 8 has scorpionic energy. Okay. If you got Capricorn in your 8th house, what do you want to achieve that you want to magnetize to your life? The 8th house represents the area of our life where we are the most magnetic. Okay. So if you got Capricorn in your 8th house, then you can magnetize to yourself achievement or overcoming or problem solving in any area of your life. Any area of y'all. This is why y'all often hear me come on here and big up Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy is often misunderstood. Scorpio energy is a lot of things. Magnetic is one of them. Magnetic is one of them. But this is why when you're a Scorpio, you have to stay. I'm gonna take a minute on y'all because Scorpio rules over the 8th house. This is why if you have Scorpio sun, moon, or rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars, it is super important that you keep your vibrations high because your magnetic energy is more powerful than anybody else's because the 8th house is the house of magnetic energy. If you're a life path 8, you're going to magnetize like nobody's business. If you're a Scorpio sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars, you're going to magnetize like nobody's business. So if you are operating in high vibrational energy, you're going to draw high vibrational realities and things to you. Okay? If you are in low vibrational energy, you are going to draw low vibrational and attract low vibrational things to you. Please be very careful. Please be mindful of that. If you have Capricorn in your 8th house, or if you have in this season and you're doing your new moon manifestations, remember what I said in the beginning. Keep your manifestations of the high vibrational level. Don't be trying to manifest doing something to somebody. Okay. Don't be trying to manifest doing something to yourself. Keep your manifestations high vibrational. But again, back to that 8th house. That 8th house is powerfully magnetic. It's ruled by Scorpio. Okay. Life path 8, 8th house. Scorpio, sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars, please, 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 by all means, keep your emotions of the high vibrational frequency range. And that goes for everybody. I always say this, y'all. When you, whatever energy level, what emotional level you're vibrating at consistently, you're going to attract what lives at that level. If you are, when you sit in a vibrational, emotional frequency for a certain amount of time, you're sending you're sending a signal or a message to the universe that says, I like being in this energy. Send me more stuff to keep me in this energy. So if you're in the energy of sadness and you're staying there, you're going to continue to attract things that's going to keep you in that sadness energy. If you're in the energy of anger, you mad all the time, guess what? As soon as you go out your house, there's going to be something else waiting on you to make you mad and pissed off. Because you're telling the universe, I like being angry. You control where you vibrate at. Yes, some things may come up. Some things may come to your mind or may come from the outside that can cause your emotions to shift. But if they shift downward, you can't stay down there. Deal with it and get back up. Okay? I don't know why the Most High had me sitting on this energy for this long, but if you're Scorpio, sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars, keep your vibrations high because you are more magnetic than any of the other signs. And because you are more magnetic, you are more likely to attract what you are vibrating at even more powerfully than any other sign. That's all I got for that. Let me keep it moving. Secrets release at Cappy in the 8th. Boom. There you go. There you go. There you go, Secrets. There you go. So please, please, please keep your vibrations high. All right. Figure it out. Set your intentions on achievements or problem solving or overcoming in the area of transformation. Among other things, there's other things like what else lives at the 8th house? Inheritance. You may have a divine inheritance and you know it internally. Set your intentions and your manifestations on this night to receiving your inheritance. The inheritance lives at the 8th house. Okay. That lives in the 8th house as well. So transformation, inheritance. If you got some problems with your SEX life, then manifest overcoming those. That too. I ain't want to deal with that. But if you got some problems there, manifest that. If you want that to be better, set that seed tonight and watch it manifest. Anything that lives at the 8th house, y'all can go look this stuff up on your own, what each one of these houses covers, what areas of life they cover. But anything that lives at that 8th house, if you got Capricorn in that 8th house, then during this new moon in Capricorn, you need to set your intentions to manifest and bring about the manifestation of what that is that you desire to appear in your life in the area of achievement or problem solving or overcoming. I spent way too much time in the 8th house, y'all, but somebody needed that. Okay. 9th house. If you have Capricorn in your 9th house, the 9th house is what? It's ruled by Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter. It's the house of freedom and expansion. You want to achieve something in the area of expansion. You want to achieve something that's going to help you to feel like you've been set free. You want to achieve something in the area of travel. Maybe you've never been to Greece and you want to go to Mykonos or Santorini or something like that. Set that intention. Don't tell anybody. That's between you and the universe. Don't tell anybody. That's between you and the universal I am presence. Set your intention on this night or tomorrow. Set your intention, and you don't have to wait till nighttime to do it. The moon is going to be sitting in Capricorn all day tomorrow and on into tomorrow night. Okay. Let me look at this lunar ingress map real quick. Today is the 30th. The moon entered Capricorn at 4:37 a.m. UTC, which means it entered Capricorn at 12:37 midnight last night. Okay. It's going to enter Aquarius at 10:49 UTC on January the 1st. So if you're in the Eastern time zone, the moon is going to leave Capricorn at roughly around 6:50 a.m. on New Year's Day. That's Wednesday. So don't wait around. You got all day. You got between now and let's just say midnight. Don't play with it. Let's just say when the ball drops. Okay, between now and when the ball drops, don't play with it. All right, don't be waiting around till after the ball drop and you half lit because you were celebrating. You're like, oh Lord, I ain't done my Capricorn moon manifestation thing. Let me. Nah, when it leaves Capricorn, you gotta wait till next year. Sorry. It doesn't mean you can't still set your intention on that. I'm talking about portals. The moon is a portal too, y'all. This is why the new moons are portals. New moons are portals. It's 0% illumination. You can't see the moon. That's a portal. So that's why you got that's why you got all this biblical instruction around the new moon. That's a portal. Okay. It doesn't mean I can't still try to manifest and work on something that I want to appear in my life that has to deal with. I'm a Capricorn in the 4th house. It doesn't mean that I still can't manifest something that I want to appear in my life in the area of the 4th house. But the most powerful portal to do that is when the new moon is in that sign. Okay. All right. So somebody needed to hear that. Let me get back on this. All right. What's up, Jeter? What's up? What's up, brother? What's up? Let's get back on this. Y'all listen, if y'all missed my man Jeter, y'all check him out on my Ankh video. The last live stream I did last Friday, I think it was. It was Friday. Y'all check him out. Y'all check out my man Nathaniel Jeter, man. That was one of my favorite live streams of all year. I did a collaboration with my brother Jeter over there. So y'all check him out. She said, don't get caught slipping. Do that ritual in this moon if you know better. Yep. Say it again for the people in the back, Occult Raven. Say it again for the people in the back. Get it done. Don't. You get once a year to do these new moon portals based on the sign and what you got in that house. It doesn't mean that you can't manifest it. It's more likely to come into fruition. Look. This may not be the best example, but my mother used to tell me all the time when I was younger. She said, boy, why you always got to push the envelope? Why you always got to push the envelope? I just figured it out today, y'all. Literally today. I was today years old when I learned why I always had to push the envelope when I was younger. I'm a Sagittarius in the 3rd house. So Sagittarius is the energy of the explorer. I got to explore how far I can go before my mom popped me in the mouth. Okay, I went too far. That's what the boundary is. I can't go there. So this may not be the best example, but I'm gonna use her name because I had a mad crush on her when I was in the Army. All right, when I saw that polka dot bathing suit on the cover of that Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition when I was a tender 18-year-old in the Army. That would be like Tyra Banks coming to your town and saying she's there for 2 days, brothers, and she want to make a baby with you. Now, me and Tyra are not compatible. I'm so glad that I never met her, because when I looked at her natal chart and compared it to mine, we'd have been fighting like cats and dogs, like not literally fist fighting, but that was not a good match. Everybody that look good ain't good for you, all right? Ladies, fellas, everybody that look good ain't good for you. Y'all better learn to start mastering your own energy so you know what energies you're compatible with and what energies you're not compatible with. Doesn't mean you can't be friends, but some people ain't going to be compatible for you in the 7th house. I'm going to be talking about that on New Year's Day, all right? I'm going to be talking about that on New Year's Day. Y'all make sure y'all come back. Mark your calendars, okay? Anyway, but the point I'm making is, if Tyra tell you she's going to be in town, you know what, let's not make it about making a baby. Let's say Tyra's in town and she want to go out with you fellas. She said, look, I got 2 days. I want to hang out with you. Whatever's good is whatever's good. But after these 2 days, I'm on a plane gone, and you miss it, you missed it. All right? That's what it is. That's what it is. So anyway, 9th house, if you have Capricorn in your 9th house, you may want to achieve, you want to manifest or achieve something. And maybe you want to take a new class or something at a university. Maybe you want to achieve something in the area of higher learning. Maybe you want to go on a trip. Maybe you want to become a teacher. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel platform. Some people are going to say that's 5th house energy, Leo energy. But if you're teaching, that's also 9th house energy. Okay. So maybe you want to grow in wisdom. Manifest that. 9th house is the house of wisdom. Okay. 9th house is also the house of spiritual. It's not spiritual like 12th house, but it does have to deal with spirituality and religion. So maybe you want to explore a new religion. I don't know. Maybe that's something. Maybe you got a problem in the area of religion. Maybe you're trying to overcome something that you got going on with the church that you're at or something. I don't know. All of those are themes that are in the 9th house. Y'all can look them up. But the biggest thing that Matt likes to look at with regards to the 9th house is freedom. So if you want to manifest new freedom in your life, plant those seeds on this night. Plant those seeds on this night and watch them come into fruition. Okay. Maybe you want to learn a foreign language. Okay. Again, maybe you want to travel to a country you've never been before. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Again, haters. Now, some people say, well, what if I want to talk to somebody that has seen that or been to that country, and I want to let them know? Listen, let me tell you how the Most High works. Let me tell you how the universe works. Matthew 6:6. Pray in secret, and the Father will reward you openly. Set your intentions. Guess what? If somebody that has information about the place that you want to visit or travel to is out there for you, they're going to find you. You're going to bump into this person. You're going to run into them in a coffee shop. You ain't got to tell them that you're planning to go there. You might just hear a conversation. You might hear them talking. They say, hey, man, I went to Miko. You can say, oh, man, that's a great place. And maybe I want to go there one day. Wink, wink. You ain't got to tell them you're going. Say, maybe I want to go there one day. What can you tell me about it? I heard you tell that person that you went to Santorini. What's that like? Okay, so I got a friend that is looking at going there. What can you tell me? Where's a good place to stay? What are some good things to do? That's how these things work. When you set that intention and you put that seed in the ground, the Most High does the work. All we can do is plant the seed, y'all. We can't make it rain. We can't make the sun shine on that seed. All we can do is plant it. So that's just an example of some things that if you have Capricorn in your 9th house. Again, I like freedom. That's the biggest theme of the 9th house for me. Freedom and expansion. What areas in your life do you want to achieve freedom and expansion? What is there an obstacle that you need to overcome in the area of freedom and expansion? Is there an obstacle that you need to overcome? Capricorn is the overcomer. It's the problem solver. Do you need to solve a problem? Maybe you got a problem with somebody or something over in another country, something. All of that is there, manifested. If you have Capricorn in its home house of the 10th house, Capricorn rules over the 10th house, then what is it that you want to achieve in the area of career? What new energy do you want to appear in your life in the area of your career? 10th house is about career. That's your midheaven. It's about your career. It's about your interaction with the public. What new energy do you want to bring in career-wise? Do you want a new job? Do you want to start a new career? What else is 10th house? 10th house, again, that's pure Capricorn energy. So do I want to overcome? What do I want to achieve in? That's pure energy. So manifest what you want to achieve. And that's almost like double energy. Capricorn, new moon, and Capricorn sitting in your 10th house, that's double power. Manifest it. Manifest it. You want a new job, you want a new career, and you got Capricorn sitting in your 10th house, manifest it. All right? Career. I love that career part of Capricorn or of the 10th house. That's my favorite thing to talk about on your 10th house. There's that nosition again. Thank you again, Nikki, for that tip on that. If you have Capricorn sitting in your 11th house, the 11th house is ruled by Aquarius, okay? What do you want to achieve? Is there a problem that you're trying to overcome with regards to how you interact with groups? Do you want to join some new groups? Is this thing that you were doing, is that tired? Is that played out now? Or maybe you took a time out from groups because maybe you didn't have a good group experience with some group interaction, some teamwork interaction. Maybe you didn't have a good experience with that before. Maybe you were part of an organization. You say, you know what, I'm done with these organizations. But maybe you want to create something new. You want to achieve something new in that area. Manifest it. Drop that seed in the ground tonight. Okay. Aquarius rules over the 11th house. The 11th house. So because Aquarius rules over the 11th house, and the 11th house is ruled by the planet Uranus, which is about revolution. Being unconventional. What new unconventional energy do you want to come into your life? How do you want? How can you? What's the sudden change? The 11th house is the house of sudden, unexpected change too. Maybe you want to manifest some sudden, unexpected change for something high vibrational in your life. That's the 11th house. But when I'm looking at the 11th house, the biggest theme I'm looking at is groups, humanitarianism. Okay. What do you want to, what fresh energy do you want to appear for you with regards to how you can be more of service to humanity? Manifest it. Some of y'all have a heart for that. Some of y'all have a heart for 11th house activity. Everybody ain't built the same. Okay. Some of y'all have a heart for 11th house activity. Okay. Manifest it. And if you have Capricorn sitting in your 12th house, that is your house of, y'all know, a lot of people talk about a lot of things. That's the house of the subconscious, of course. Do you want to overcome or achieve something? Like, do you want to be better or stronger, more endurance, more stamina with your subconscious thoughts? Yeah, all of that's there in the 12th house. But when I look at 12th house, y'all, being the person I am, that 12th house rings for me with connection to the spirit realm. What new energy do you want to appear into your life with regards to spirituality? Maybe you want to become more spiritual. Maybe you want to overcome or achieve something in the area of spirituality. Maybe you want to become a spiritual guru. Maybe you've had a calling to pick up some spiritual tool set and share it with humanity, share it with others. Okay. Remember, the 12th house is also, if you look at the zodiac wheel, houses 1 through 6 are what I call the personal hemisphere, and houses 7 through 12 are the partnership or group hemisphere. So houses 1 through 6, me, mine, my home, my roots. Houses 7 through 12, we, us. Okay. So maybe there's something, you have this urge, this inner urging to be of service in the area of spirituality. Okay. Maybe you want to enhance your abilities maybe you want to be a tarot reader. Maybe you want to study astrology and help people to better understand themselves and beta. Maybe you're a channeler. Maybe you've had this inner calling and you don't know how to overcome or achieve in the area of being a medium. People say, "Oh, medium, that sounds scary." Guess what? Anybody standing up in front of your church prophesying something is a medium. They getting a message from the Most High to give to you. They're a medium. What's a medium? A medium is something that's in the middle, in between. Y'all stop letting religion scare y'all away from things that are natural, things that are given. Too many people have God-given, Most High instilled gifts that they're afraid of because the church demonized them. And you don't even know. That's why I tell you, with every what, there's a connected why. You don't even know why the church demonized them. A lot of these fake clergymen of hundreds of years ago were getting read. They were getting read by these people with these spiritual gifts. So they rebranded them witches so that they could kill them to burn them at the stake. Did they kill them to burn them at the stake because it's personal? No, you don't know them, but they're an obstacle. There's somebody that can expose you as a fraud, stealing people's money and lying to them, being a false prophet. So you got to get rid of them. Let's rebrand them a witch. When that gift was given to them by the Most High. You don't ask for these gifts. You come to the earth with them. Go read Jeremiah, the 1st chapter, verses 1-5. I knew you before I formed you in the womb and sanctified you, set you aside as a prophet to the nations. I sent you here with your job and everything that comes with that. A prophet or a priest in the scripture, they're endowed with spiritual powers that not everybody else has. In the 1700s, they rebranded those spiritual powers as witches or sorcery. Now, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? The real sorcerers are the ones that branded these people with these gifts as sorcerers. Why? Because these are the people that could see them. They said a soothsayer is bad. Go look up the etymology of sooth. It's another way of saying truth. That person's a truth teller. Hey, I can't have them around me if I'm lying and gaining from lying. How can we demonize them and make them look bad? And we out here believing and following the demons. Like that one that says, well, you know, if we could do a really good job with health services and things like and family reproductive services, I think we can lower the world's population by about 15%. And everybody clapping on the TED Talk. I'm like, did y'all just hear this man say he want to kill y'all? He want to reduce the world population by 15%. Y'all clapping? Well, no, he's Bill. He's good for humanity. He's a billionaire. Oh, billionaire. Oh, just because you're a billionaire, that makes you good. You know what that means? That means you got more money to do what it is that you want to do and not be checked on it. All right. Anyway, that's the 12th house, y'all. If you have Capricorn sitting in your 12th house, then you need to be, or you may want to set the intention to become more spiritual or to bring forth spiritual gifts that you didn't know were lying dormant in you. A lot of you have spiritual gifts that are lying dormant, and you can see them in your natal chart. You can see them in your natal chart, okay? Especially if you got water. If you got water in your natal chart, if you got major Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements in your water chart, if you got Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio in your natal chart, okay, and major placements in your natal chart, you got these spiritual gifts, okay? And it doesn't have to be necessarily those signs, okay? You could have a North Node that's in the 8th house, the 4th house, or the 12th house. Same stuff, same deal. 4th house is ruled by Cancer, 8th house is ruled by Scorpio, 12th house is ruled by Pisces, okay? You also could have you could also have some planets or houses that are in a degree of water, okay? They could be in a degree of water. So a Scorpionic degree, a Piscean degree, or a Cancerian degree. If you got major Cancer placements, then you are a feeler. You're a sponge for energy. Protect yourself. Protect yourself at all times if you got major Cancer placements. Cancers are a sponge. You drop a sponge on water, it's going to absorb it. This is why I protect myself and I'm very careful about what environments I go into. Because unless you got some kind of Zen master abilities that I don't know about, it is difficult to, you can't make a sponge. The only way you can make a sponge not soak up water is to put it in a plastic bag, all right? You can wrap a sponge in cloth. Guess what? When that water penetrates that cloth, that sponge can start soaking it up. That's Cancerian energy. You got major Cancer placements or Cancer degrees in your chart, you have to protect your energy because you absorb what's in the environment. Now, you were created that way for a reason. You also have the ability to transmute it. But let me tell you, as a Cancer moon, it does not feel good to absorb negative energies, okay? Because then you really got to go away and literally sleep it off. Spiritual bath it off. Go jump in a salt bath with some lavender, some different essences and stuff like that. I add baking soda peroxide and fresh lemon juice to my spiritual bath on top of that salt, okay? You got major Cancer placements you're going to absorb, okay? But the Most High created you that way because you are a healer. You heal people without, they feel better once they've left your presence and they don't even know why they feel better, okay? If you're a Pisces, you're psychic. You know what people are thinking. You literally can read people's thoughts without trying. You can read people's intentions without trying, okay? If you're a Scorpio, you can see her. You're a seer. You can see. You can see like nobody's business. I've been around Scorpios that literally they can pick up. If they're Scorpio moon, they pick up people's energy almost like a Cancer moon. Okay, remember the moon is ruled by Cancer. So when you got water in the moon, you also have varying different abilities to absorb that energy. I know I'm off the thing now. I'm off the rails. I'm in bonus time here. But I'm talking about water signs because I love y'all, because I got major water placements in my chart. Okay. All right. But if you have major Scorpio placements or houses or degrees, you can see like nobody's business. All right. I've been out with Scorpios that see details that I didn't even see. They be like, hey, well, that person over there. I'm thinking like, how did they see that? Like I completely missed that. But Scorpios don't miss no details. Scorpio and Virgo are almost the same, y'all. They're almost the same. And when you look at their logo, both of them have that M. The difference is one has that dragon tail, the other one loops back around. But they're very similar with their ability to pick up details. But the Scorpio sees them a lot more sharply. Scorpio, sun, moon, rising, and degrees and houses and that sort. Okay? So you're a seer if you got major Scorpio placements. You're a feeler / empath if you have major Cancer placements. And you're a knower / psychic if you have major Pisces placements. The deal is to always keep those vibrations high, though, family. Always keep those vibrations high. Now, let me go through these comments, y'all, because I'm done. I've gone through all 12 houses. I hope y'all got something out of tonight. Let's see. You and your feelings says Scorpio, South Node, Saturn, and Pluto. Jupiter, 12th. Jupiter in Aquarius in the 12th house. I'm in for it. Yo, let me tell you about them Jupiters in the 12th house. That Jupiter in the 12th house, that Jupiter is about your gifts. If you got a Jupiter in the 12th house, then you're a gifted psychic. You don't even know it. Okay. Aquarius is the energy. That's the energy of your gifts. So they're more prevalent in Aquarian things and humanitarian things and things that are not selfish, but in selfless areas. But that 12th house Jupiter, those 12th house Jupiter placements are powerful. So if you got Jupiter in your 12th house, then you have the ability to know. Okay. Secrets release Jupiter and Aqua as well. Okay. That means you're one of your gifts is rebellion. One of your gifts is, nah, we're not doing it that way. You're gifted in that. A lot of people think that and want to be like that, but they just don't have the chops to bring themselves to that. But when that's your Jupiter, that's a gift. You have a gift for doing things for humanity. Okay. That's another reason why I know your channel, your energy just comes through. So y'all listen, I ain't telling anybody to get into tarot if that's not what your thing is. Okay. But if you've ever been curious about tarot or wanted to see a high vibrational tarot reader, y'all check out Secrets Released. Her energy is going to draw you in. I'm telling you, man, sometimes I just watch just because I love Nikki's energy. Nikki, that's for you. Word is bond. Sometimes I just watch because I love your energy. Nikki's energy is it's so magnetic. She just you can tell she loves people and you can tell she loves what she does. Like, who wants to eat at a restaurant where the cooks or the servers don't like people and they don't like their job? You leave there with your tummy hurting. I promise you that. It's the same. If I didn't love what I'm doing right here, y'all would already know it. Y'all wouldn't even come on this channel. Y'all would know. They'd be like, man, that dude got a channel, man, but he look like he don't like people. He look like he don't even like what he does. Nah, that ain't me. I love what I do, y'all. And y'all make it easy. Y'all do. Hey, listen, I only speak it the way I see it and feel it, Nikki. I only speak it the way I see it and feel it. So shout out to you. You've been one of my favorite readers. I've been in the tarot since 2021. And I got to tell you, you've been one of my favorite readers since I've been on this journey. So I really, really, really appreciate everything you do. So thank you for being here and thank you for everything you do. So yeah, y'all, I hope that y'all got something out of tonight. Again, share this video with your friends, share with your people who know their charts, because I'm telling y'all, Wednesday, there's going to be no need for me telling you about a new moon in Capricorn because that window's closed. So I'm telling you, by Wednesday, this video is going to be archived. I'll probably bring it out a year from now when the new moon's back in Capricorn. I'm not going to delete it. I first thought about deleting it, but I'm like, Matt, if you delete it, then you're going to have to redo it. So I'm not going to delete it, but I am going to archive it. And so that's what I'm going to be doing in 2025. I'm giving y'all a sneak preview. I'm going to, as I get ready to wrap this up, I'm going to be doing, I know I told you I was going to be moving everything astrology over to Patreon. I'm still trying to work with that, y'all. A moment of honesty. Yeah, it is when you got certain gifts and you know you came here to use your voice. I'm a North Node in the 3rd house, and I'm a Sun in the 3rd house, and I'm a Jupiter in the 3rd house. So literally, what y'all see me doing is what I came here to do. Me being an author, that's what I came here to do. I write books. Y'all, please check my books out. Go to your favorite. Go to Kindle, Apple iBooks, and type in Matt D. Talford and look at my work. I'm very good at what I do, and I'm not bragging. It's not bragging when you can deliver, right? When Muhammad Ali said he was gonna knock somebody out in the 4th round, he wasn't bragging if he knew he could do it, right? So anyway, yeah. I'm doing what I came here to do, y'all. And what was I saying? Y'all? Oh, that's what I was saying. When you got certain gifts and you were put here to share these gifts with humanity, y'all, I know I'm talking to somebody, and I got a lot of coaches that be in my ear saying, charge for what you do. But y'all, it's one of the hardest things to do. Because one, I don't like asking for money. I really do not like asking for money. I don't like asking for anything. I grew up that way. I guess when I was younger, when you were Capricorn, you're a Capricorn sun, you had a challenging relationship with, you had a stern, let me say stern, doesn't have to be challenging, but if it's going to be stern, structured, and orderly, you have a stern, structured, and orderly relationship with your father. If you're a Capricorn moon, you had a stern, structured, perhaps challenging even relationship with your mother. Okay. So one of the ways I grew up, I learned to not ask people for stuff, because if you don't ask them, then you ain't got to hear no. And I don't like being told no. I'm telling y'all, I'm otherworld royalty. You don't tell a royal no. You don't tell a royal what they can't have. A royal says I can have whatever I want. So that has been a challenge for me, y'all. Moment of honesty here, moment of transparency. So I always appreciate when anybody buys one of my books. Now that I'm gonna put my book out. I ain't giving away my book for free. That's work. But some of the stuff that I do on these platforms, there's other people that do what I do, and they got beautiful infrastructures for how they add to their income. A lot of people do it for a living. I'm still trying to learn that, y'all. That has been a challenge for me. So anyway, I don't even know why I said that. Maybe that's for somebody, whatever. Maybe I'm just being too transparent at this moment. Maybe it's time for me to get off of here with all this water in my moon, all right? So anyway, y'all, let me, she said money is self-protection. That's true. Nicole said, bless up, develop those gifts and shine bright. Appreciate that. Ali said, thank you. Ali, it's always a pleasure working with you. Beauty Core said, Venus and Pisces, but lots of fire, not easy. It's exhausting, actually. Yeah, for sure. So Fair Use said I will watch from the beginning. Thank you, Fair Use. Didn't get the notification. Yo, let me say this, y'all. Let me say this real quick as I see that. Y'all, please check your subscription status and check that little bell and make sure it's set to all, because YouTube doing some funky stuff with my subscribers right now. And I know what it is. I know what if you have to ask yourself, don't answer it on here. Thank you, Ali. Ask yourself, answer this for yourself. If you had to ask yourself, is this platform being run by the dark or being run by the light? Answer that for yourself. And then you'll know why some of these light workers on this platform get challenged. I'm gonna get free my speech for a minute. Somebody tell me why in the hell a tarot reader gets their video demonetized for showing a card that has cartoon nudity on it and not even very detailed. I'm talking about the Rider-Waite-Smith devil card, for example. It looks like the breasts look like two little U underline U's. Like, what is that? Look like how a kid in elementary school might imagine what that looks like. Okay, why would they demonetize that? But then you can practically see nudity on you all over YouTube, and those videos are monetized. And you tell me who's running this platform? Is the light or the dark running it? Here's somebody over here that's trying to help people by doing energy readings for them, and they're getting their video demonetized for showing artwork. And then you got somebody over here that's got a link to the OF in there on there. And I'm not knocking what nobody do. Make your money how you make it. I ain't mad at you. All right. I ain't mad. Make your money how you make it. I ain't mad at you. I love beauty just like the next man. Let me leave it at that. I ain't knocking you for how you're making your money. I'm talking about the platform. You got somebody over here showing you just enough to get you to go to the OF, and that just enough is plenty, if you want to be honest. But then you got somebody over here trying to bring light into the world by reading energy and trying to help people through a dark place or trying to help them through a difficulty or a challenge. And they got to put little sticky notes over a Rider-Waite-Smith card. All right. Y'all make that make sense. So check your subscription status, because people that's dropping truth nuggets on this platform and trying to shed light and trying to wake people up, the sentinels come out like in the Matrix. Sophia Stewart knew something when she wrote those books, and which became those movies that were produced by stealing her work. But that's a story of another day. She saw something and knew something when she produced those books. When you're trying to shed light and spread light, it hurts the eyes of the darkness, and they send the sentinels. Those sentinels come in the form of bots showing up in your chats or in your comment section, or just pure haters, or even a platform silently shadow banning you by unsubscribing people, deprioritizing your videos, that kind of thing. So listen, I'm gonna say this one more time. I'm gonna get off of here, y'all. Thank y'all for being here tonight. If this video did anything for you, please share it with somebody for the next 48 hours. Today's date is Monday, December the 30th, because Wednesday I'm archiving this video. It's going to do you no good to watch a new moon in Capricorn manifestation tips video when the new moon is now in, or when the new moon is no longer a new moon and it's progressed into, it's a waxing moon now in Aquarius. Does you no more good, okay? Does you no more good. I will be back in 2 weeks with another astrology video talking about the full moon in, what's going to be next? Cancer. The full moon in Cancer. Full moon in Cancer is 2 weeks after the new moon in Capricorn, okay? And I'm a Cancer moon, so I'm going to enjoy doing that video for y'all. But again, that one's going to be archived after 2 days, because there ain't going to be another full moon in Cancer until, you know, December, January of next year, okay, 2025, or January 2026, okay? That's how these things work. So remember, new moons are about manifestations, planting seeds for things that we want to appear in our lives. Full moons, I know a lot of astrologers out there saying that full moons are about releases. Who says, okay, I'm in labor, I'm going to release my baby? Nobody says that. It's time to shift the way that we look at full moons. Full moons are about expressing gratitude for the arrival of the baby for which the seed was planted earlier, okay? And even if you didn't plant a seed earlier, you can still express gratitude and watch how that energy lights up your life, all right? This last full moon in the sign of Gemini, woo, that was a powerful full moon. I went out and expressed gratitude, and it turned into some tower moments, all right? But they needed to be had. They needed to be had, because that gratitude that I expressed for that what was that? Gemini, yeah, that was a Gemini full moon last month, and what was that, earlier this month? It was 2 weeks ago. I don't know. Full moon in Gemini anyway. Yeah, so I'm gonna get off that. I'm rambling, y'all, but full new moons are about manifestations and setting intentions of things we want to appear in our lives and things to manifest later. Full moons are about expressing gratitude for the reception of that energy. Treat that full moon like it's a baby being born. The release comes after the full moon. The full moon, the moon works up from 0% illumination to 100% of illumination, and then back down to 0% to the next new moon. So the release is what happens once you hit about 97, 96, 95, 94, and on down. But when that moon is in 98% illuminated, 99% illuminated, 100% illuminated, and then back down to 99% illuminated, 98% illuminated, that's that 5-degree window of full moon energy. After that is when the releasing. You give birth to the baby, you release the afterbirth. So I wish that we as a collective could change and shift the way that we look at new moon energy, and not perhaps look at it so much as releases, but more as expressions of gratitude for a new baby that has to deal with whatever house you have that sign in that is the new moon. All right. All right. She said, fresh Palo Santo, and my first Ankh arrives tomorrow. I say, yo, that's a good look right there, Fair Use. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. So let me go through some final comments, and then we out. Let's see. Let's see. Ali Rue, you are very welcome. You are very welcome. Always a pleasure. Beauty of Core Physics says too many broke spiritualists. That is very true. And that's got to change. Thank you for saying that. Fair Use said notification is set. YouTube tripping. Wow. See what I mean? Y'all check. Not just me, y'all. Your favorite, whoever your favorite, if they are spiritual, or if you consider them a light worker or love and light or whatever, check your subscription status. Or if they just dropping truth bombs. Like I remember, I'm on another one of my. I'm also subscribed to, what's his name? Papa Duck. Papa Duck. I'm subscribed to him. I can't tell you. I've been like unsubscribed from Papa Duck where I wasn't seeing notifications from him like 3 times. I'm like, I'm not unsubscribing from him. Why do I have to resubscribe to his channel? Papa Duck on there dropping knowledge that's setting people free. The platform don't like it. So whoever, if you got somebody that's dropping truth bombs, y'all, just periodically, maybe once a week, check your subscription status, or maybe twice a week, check your subscription status, because a lot of times I've heard a lot of people hit me up, even in Instagram Messenger, and say, Matt, I'm not getting the notifications. I'm like, I thought you were subscribed. Check your subscription status. And they're like, oh, snap, I'm not subscribed anymore. And they didn't unsubscribe. So that's the platform. That's the sentinels coming after light workers. But y'all just stay steady. If you're a light worker watching me, just stay on the course, because this thing is about to flip. This thing's about to flip, and then you ain't gonna have to worry about sentinels anymore. That is coming so soon. I can't even believe think about how quickly you wake up, and then before you know it, it's time to go to bed again. All right? Summer or winter now. It used to just be that way in the winter. Now it's summer or winter. You don't even know how the day went by so fast. You leave your house, you go do 2 or 3 things, you go to work, whatever it is that you do, you come and you like, where did the day go? Time is speeding up. It's speeding up so that we can reach that climax, and then it's going to slow back down. Everything moves in cycles, y'all. Everything moves in cycles. The moon cycles are microcosm, okay? The solar cycles are microcosms of bigger activity. It's all the same, y'all. It's all the same. A second hand moves a little bit faster than a minute hand, but they move in the same direction. The minute hand moves a little bit faster than the hour hand, but they move in the same direction. It's the same energy. It's going to happen, y'all. Just stay high vibrational. That's all I can tell you, okay? Final comments here. Subscribe. Thank you so much, Beauty Core Physics. She said, yet Roblox is teaching kids sexual perversion. See, I didn't even know that about Roblox fair use. Wow. Beauty of Core Physics said, I have no idea where my Cap house is, but I love this. Different timelines. Don't worry about it at Cap. Yeah, Beauty Core Physics, all you need to do is find out the exact time you were born, and then run it through a birth chart calculator, and that will tell you what house you have Capricorn in. You got to know what time you were born, though, okay? And if you're using the Placidus system, for anybody watching, if you're using the Placidus system and it looks like you don't have a sign in the house, you're missing a sign from a house. That's not the way it works. It just means that you have two signs in one house. It's called intercepted houses. Myself, case in point, I'm a 10th house Cancer, but then my 11th house jumps to Virgo. Does that mean I don't have a house in Leo? No, it just means that Leo is intercepted in my 10th house. And that goes back to what I was telling you guys. When you got 2 signs in a house, that means that you were supposed to do something in another lifetime and you didn't do it, so you're being forced to. What's the 10th house? The 10th house is your public career. People look at me on this camera and they think they see Leo energy. Why? Because I was forced to shine in the 10th house, because maybe I was too shy in another lifetime. They're like, nah, you won't get out there now. So I got 2 signs in the 10th house. What I'm doing is very Cancerian because it's very nurturing, okay? It's very nurturing. There's an emotional aspect to it, but it's about taking care of people. That's Cancerian energy. But guess what? Because I'm forced to be in this platform, that's Leo energy. So I can't sit in the back of a kitchen and cook meals for people and they ain't got to know who cooked it. That's Cancerian energy too. Leo's like, hey, I'm the cook that made that. Now that ain't me, but I'm being forced to shine. Remember, the Leo is the ruler of the 5th house. The 5th house is ruled by the sun. The sun shines. That's why Leos, every time you see a Leo, they shining, baby. Leos shine. I got Leo and Cancer in the 10th house. So if you got Placidus chart and you see it looks like a sign missing, it's not missing. It's just in the same house of the sign that came before it. Okay, that's all. All right, so next. And I love Placidus for my astrologers watching it that swear by equal sign or equal house and whole sign. Y'all do y'all, man. I like Placidus. It is what it is, okay? Libra Moon, she said that there is so much value in this video. You don't really need to archive Cappy's control. I appreciate that, Beauty Core Physics, but I got to run it the way I run it. And I do appreciate that. I mean, I don't know. I might take that into consideration. But I see what you mean. I mean, yeah. I guess there is some other value in it. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave it out there. But I'm still trying to work out how I'm going to deal with this anyway. I'll figure it out. All right. I'll pray about it. All right. Maybe I'll pull some cards, right, Nikki? Anyway, Fresh Palo Santo and my first Entourage tomorrow. Got that. Let's see. Beauty Core Physics, Matt recommended Cafe Astrology and Astro Secret personal chart details. Thank you, just because. Grazie, Lori Lothian has the same problem. Wow. They gave Juice 2 violations on live today. Wow. See what I mean, y'all? There's too much going on. Beauty said, I've never heard that. Intercepted. Fascinating. Yeah, you can look it up. It's called Intercepted Houses. So many nuggets of info. Well, the truth is, it's going to be back again in 2 weeks because I'm going to be talking about, this is not an astrology channel. It's not. I am an astrologer. I do it on a limited basis. I'm an astrologer, but this is not an astrology channel. I have a lot of astrology videos, but I've taken them and moved them over to my Patreon because I'm still trying to figure out the business side of this. Okay. Confession. My primary stick is being an author. And I'm dropping a lot more books this year, okay, in 2025. So y'all be on the lookout for those. But check out what I got out there already. Go to your Kindle, go to your Apple iBooks, and look for Matt D. Talford, okay? Matt D. Talford. So that's all I got, family. Thank y'all for being here today. I love each and every one of you guys. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button on your way out. And if you are new to my channel and you like being entertained, again, I don't just do astrology videos. In fact, most of what I do is interpreting scripture and showing that the Bible is a spiritual book, not a religious book. Okay, showing that the Bible and the text from which it was derived are spiritual in nature, which is pretty much what the Messiah was doing. All right, he was a spiritual teacher. He was not a religious man. The religious establishment hated him because he was setting minds and hearts free and breaking people from the chains of bondage that religion had them under. Okay, so he was spiritual. He was not religious. The religious establishment hated him. If he were not hated by the religious establishment, they would not set him up to the Romans, period. Okay, so that's what I do on here. I break down scripture. I show you that the Bible and the ancient texts from which it was derived are spiritual in nature, not religious. That is my primary stick on this channel. But I mix in astrology there as well. Why? Because astrology is in the Bible. The church don't want you to know that. They tell you it's not, but it's in there. It's in there. Okay. Job 33rd chapter is a great. It speaks of constellations, different constellations that are in the sky. In Job the 33rd chapter. Okay. Y'all can look this stuff up. It's all in there. It's in there. Anyway, Book of Enoch as well. But so anyway, that's my primary stick. But thank you anyway. Thank you for being here. And I do astrology videos when I'm inspired to do them. And today I was inspired to do this video. This was not even something I thought of doing yesterday. The inspiration hit me today, so here it is. So, and that's how it works for me, y'all. I get a download. Sometimes the Most High will say, "Script is do it later." I got 2 downloads today. That one coming on Wednesday is going to be a mother. I'm telling you. It's going to set some people, it's going to open some people's eyes with regards to relationships and why so many relationships fail in this country and around the world. That's what I'm here doing, okay? So y'all be sure to check that one out. That's going to be on the live on New Year's Day. So I'll probably do that one in the evening as well. I tend to get more people in the evening, but I don't know. Maybe it'll be a little bit earlier because everybody's off on New Year's Day. So we'll see. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for being here tonight. Again, hit that like button if you haven't done so already. And if you're new to the channel, you like being entertained, educated, uplifted, inspired, hit that subscribe button, and please make sure your notification bell is set to all so you'll be notified when I upload new content. And last but not least, y'all, I say it all the time. This is how I end all my videos. Tell somebody you love them and mean it. How do you mean it? You have to show it. Love is a verb. It's a noun as well, but when we focus on the verb, somehow that noun always takes care of itself. Peace, family.